For iconic fragrances, perfect for any fan. Find the perfect gift for every Arianator at Healthwise Pharmacies. Healthwise, caring for your community.
The Naughty Alarm Clock.
Wake up happy with the Naughty Alarm Clock.
Highland Radio.
Gregory is feeling like Christmas, isn't it?
Exciting times, Gooch.
Yeah, I love your jumper.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a nice one, man. Just a couple of wee requests here, Greg. I know you're busy too. Happy
I'm all right. You've got 2.5 minutes to fill, so take your time.
This is great. Happy 12th birthday to Kayla McVeigh, Windmill View. Lots of love from Nana Linda and Grandad Billy. Didn't want to forget that one. And another one to, let's see, play a request for Granny and Grandad Coyle and Auntie Coco on their way to the school plays. And Kilmacrennan from Nana Siobhan and Billy in Ramelton. Have a blast. And hi, morning Lee. Heard you talking to James and Billy in the Congo. Could you give them a big shout out to Connor Hegarty from O'Ville, who's also on board a ship on the, was it
Panama Canal, yeah.
Where's that then? Do you know where that is?
That's the big trade route. That's it links the two big oceans.
Right.
Pretty much a massive proportion of anything that comes from the east has to go down the Panama Canal.
Right, and that's from his Hegarty's cousin. So thanks for the boys. That was pretty
Yeah,
a random
I was
thing.
listening to it, and it was kind of interesting because it put me in mind of back in the day, you know, in the early days of Sean's show when he was doing it. Like, one of the big treats was connecting people to, you know, soldiers in the Lebanon or family in Australia or America. Gay Byrne used to do it too, I think, back in the day on his RTE show. And now here you are chatting just
the guys in Congo.
It sounded like they were in the studio with you, right?
Yeah,
and you're
it was just a WhatsApp call.
Yeah, having a random chat with, well, we don't say the technology that we employ to do it.
All right, okay.
Because then it's, you know,
all right,
we're professionals. Like.
Okay.
But there you are connected. It's like they're in the studio, and then it's hard to believe a couple of decades ago, the big treat was connecting two people on the phone.
It's so easy now. But it was nice to, it's like mad how the people that listen. Do you know, I would say even at Christmas time, people, you know, we think of more probably of family and friends at Christmas time and that, and them away overseas and all that type of stuff. So it's nice to link in with families and friends. And
well, I was actually chatting to them before that, and they were delayed leaving the harbour because the handbrake wasn't working. So
the handbrake,
yeah.
Be some handbrake.
The
seas the size of them tankers. Come here, thanks for your help yesterday. We had a right out buzz at the school, and well done.
Brilliant.
To them all.
Hey, what about this? Now, I didn't get to. I'm sure the later show was brilliant, and the plays that you referenced there are going to be amazing. But how fantastic are the young people, and how fantastic are the teachers to get that level of quality performance out of them?
I know,
like,
and all
it's crazy,
and the sound effects and everything, and the humour and the wit and the jokes and the mimicking and everything, and the crack and the costumes. You just would have loved to see more, but I think it's on tomorrow. I think the full run of that.
Okay, listen,
right,
brilliant
have
stuff.
a good show,
Lee.
have
a good evening. See you soon. All right, that's Lee Gooch there. It is 9 o'clock, and we've got a very busy show coming up over the next wee while. So stay with us because a lot of conversation, a lot of live music, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. All right, but first at 9 o'clock, let's get a news update, and it's over to Donna Marie Doherty.
Thanks, Greg. Good morning. A number of TDs are expressing concern about the endorsement of candidates ahead of the Cion Corla election today. It follows both Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael's backing of independent TD Verona Murphy, which many is being seen as a gesture of good faith in government formation talks. Cion Corla candidate and Sinn Féin deputy Angus O'Snuddy believes backbenchers will use the secret ballot to vote with their heart rather than party preference. He says Simon Harris and Micheál Martin are wrong in their support for Verona Murphy.
The leadership in both parties felt it was in their gift to gift this job to Verona Murphy, and that's not the way it should be, because the person in this job has to be like a referee, somebody above party politics.
Well, as the new Dáil meets today, they're in for an early reminder about their election promises on childcare. Together for Public is an alliance of over 40 groups, including unions and educators, who are staging a rally outside Leinster House for action on what they claim is a system in crisis. National Women's Council Director Orla O'Connor says the current childcare system is broken, and people already told their new TDs all about it on doorsteps.
I think we've seen through the election campaign how on the doors people were raising the cost of childcare being just so prohibitive, and also not being able to get a place available in their community. And we know that the political parties have all identified it as a priority. So we need to see the next government now deliver.
An Irish soldier from Derry is to be sentenced next month after being found guilty of 3 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault. The victim, in her victim impact statement, said the actions of 30-year-old Kiran Duran with an address at Bloomfield Park, Derry, made her suicidal. Michaela Clark reports.
Last week, Kiran Duran was found guilty of 3 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault at a Dublin hotel in July 2021. At a pre-sentencing hearing yesterday, the court heard that prosecutors have suggested a sentence of between 10 and 15 years. According to BBC News, in her victim impact statement, the woman said her life was just beginning when she was assaulted by the Irish soldier. She says what happened changed her life and that she wouldn't wish it on anyone. The victim said the rape had taken a toll on her mental health. Mooney, who had 7 signed affidavits towards his character from members of his family and community, will now be placed on the sex offenders register. Sentencing has been adjourned until January the 20th.
Looking now to weather, rather cloudy this morning with outbreaks of light rain, slowly clearing with some sunny spells developing later. More cloud will build, however, this afternoon with a few light showers following in from the west. A little breezy at times too, with highs of 7 to 9 degrees. That's all for now from Highland Radio News. Back again at 10 o'clock.
Looking for a present to help them ring in the new year? Give them the perfect gift this Christmas from An Post Mobile, with unlimited data for just €18 a month on pay-as-you-go. With a wide range of phones including Samsung and iPhone, and 99.9% 4G network coverage, it's great for friends, family, even for yourself. Visit your local post office or onpost.com/mobile Christmas. An Post, for your world. Terms and conditions apply.
And now, it's time for the talk of the Northwest, the 9 to Noon Show with Greg Hughes on Highland Radio.
Hello and a very good morning to you. You're very welcome along to the 9 till Noon Show here in Highland Radio. It's me, Greg Hughes, with you for the next 3 hours, and what an awful lot we've got to squeeze in and hopefully keep you informed and entertained. Shortly after, we have a run through what's coming up on the newspapers, or in the newspapers. We have a tribute to Denny McLaughlin. You would know him as a great storyteller, singer and a master fiddle player, and we've a number of guests in studio to reflect on Denny's life and his amazing contribution and his legacy that will live on forever, effectively. So that's coming up in the first hour. A little later on, we're going to be chatting to 2 of the stars that will be dancing on your tellies. 2 from Donegal, Danny O'Carroll and Mickey Joe Harte. They're going to be flying the Donegal flag. I presume Danny O'Carroll will be waving a Donegal flag at this stage. We look forward to having them on the programme a little later on. If you have any questions for them or about the process, get in touch with us, of course. That and so much more besides. So don't go anywhere. It's going to be a very visual show today, as it always is. So if it suits you, and if you're at home, say, for instance, you can watch us on your smart TV or your Fire Stick. We're on the YouTube app. Just type in Highland Radio Ireland. We're across Facebook on Highland Radio News, Sport and Obituaries, and on the Highland Hub. And also you can watch us on X, streaming around the world on Elon Musk's platform. Right, now let's start with the Finn Valley Voice today. Their front page story is Christmas wishes from Ireland's oldest person. Ruby Druce, who's looking fine, healthy and hearty on the front of the paper today. She's Ireland's oldest person. She celebrated her 109th birthday on December 31st. That's when she celebrates her 109th birthday. She sends her warmest wishes for a very happy Christmas to the residents of Finn Valley, particularly those in Castlefinn, whom she describes as very nice people. I never thought in all my years of living that I would live as long, she said. Well, you can find out more about her life and her memories and maybe even, some tips and tricks in today's Finn Valley Voice. On to the Nationals now. And an interesting development, a major development in the Kiran Duran disappearance investigation. He disappeared when he was 6. He would be 8 today. He is feared deceased. But a man found dead after he was arrested over the murder of Kiran left a note behind but did not say if he knew what had happened to the schoolboy. Anthony Maguire was found dead yesterday at a house in Drogheda, County Louth, that was the subject of a search operation by Gardaí investigating the schoolboy's suspected murder. Gardaí are treating Mr Maguire's death as a personal tragedy and no foul play is suspected. A post-mortem examination will be carried out. Mr Maguire was suspected of being involved with a decoy child who was presented as the missing schoolboy on 2 occasions. The 36-year-old was arrested last Thursday on suspicion of murder and later released without charge. It's understood he made no admission while in custody. A note was left, but it made nothing clear in relation to Kiran's suspected murder, a source said. The problem for investigators now is there was nothing in that note that gave any indication of where the boy is. On to the Irish Times now, and a bit of political activity today as a new Camcorder will be elected, and the leaders of Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil have asked their TDs to support independent deputy Verona Murphy to be Camcorder, despite their previous sharp criticisms of controversial comments she made about asylum seekers. Taoiseach Simon Harris, Fine Gael leader, and Taoiseach Micheál Martin, Fianna Fáil leader, both recommended that their parties back Miss Murphy in today's secret ballot. It's a secret ballot Dáil vote. The move means the Wexford TD is the clear favourite to assume the high-profile role. Now, of course, the incumbent wanted to stay on, so he was told effectively, we're going to be backing Verona Murphy, and presumably, given that she's an independent, is this part of a deal with independents? It's a funny old game, politics, isn't it? I mean, this is a role worth well in excess of €200,000. They're at the stage now where they're bartering, and this role effectively is going to an independent, presumably to bring the independents on board. And it just, I don't know, it's a wee bit auction politics feel to it, some might say. Well, the Camcorder is the chair of the Dáil and is responsible for the orderly conduct of Dáil business. They have the casting vote in the event of a tie and are also returned automatically to the following Dáil. The regional group of independent TDs, which nominated Ms Murphy, had asked both big parties to support her candidacy. So this really effectively means that the deal is locked in. Members of the group of independent TDs are widely seen as the likely source of numbers to ensure a potential Fianna Fáil coalition with Fine Gael, with Fine Gael, and to make sure that they all have a Dáil majority. But that's the kind of I'm not saying it's a financial incentive, but it's very hard to ignore close on €250,000 a year, isn't it? President Michael D. Higgins has weighed in on those escalating tensions between Ireland and Israel, and speaking in the Irish Daily Mail today and other papers, he said it's deep slander to accuse the Irish people of being anti-Semitic. Mr. Higgins stated that the accusations, which he said are in retaliation to Ireland's criticism of Benjamin Netanyahu's regime, would not change Ireland's stance on Israel's war on Hamas in Gaza. I think it's very important to express, as President of Ireland, to say that the Irish people are anti-Semitic. It's a deep slander, he said yesterday. It's interesting because RTE and their correspondent describes the war in the Middle East as just the war. You know what I mean? Whereas the President has chosen different language, which I think is slightly more representative of the situation. He says Israel's war on Hamas in Gaza. But it's just interesting that the state broadcaster, in inverted commas, refers to it just as a war. And it kind of puts me in mind of suggestions that maybe there needs to be a little bit of outside scrutiny to see how they sort of frame and propose things to their listening public, because it is really quite significant. The Gazans, but the people of Gaza are not at war with Israel. But that's how it was stated on the national broadcaster in inverted commas. But as I say, President Higgins describes it differently. He describes it as Ireland's stance on Israel's war on Hamas in Gaza. And it does seem, although after almost 50,000 deaths, it does seem that a ceasefire is imminent in that part of the world, because Israel and Hamas are thought to be just days away from settling on a ceasefire deal which would temporarily end 14 months of bloody war in Gaza. That's how this paper is describing it as well. again at odds with how the president describes it. Intense hostage and prisoner swap talks are underway in Qatar, and Defence Minister Israel Katz says his country is closer than ever to another hostage deal. He claimed a main Hamas sticking point, Israeli troops securing the key Philadelphia and Netzarim corridors, would no longer block negotiations. Philadelphia is a route bordering Egypt, while Netzarim splits north and south Gaza. Hamas previously refused to agree a deal which included troops remaining there. But Katz was quoted as saying the Philadelphia and Netzarim corridors won't constitute an obstacle. Hamas is flexible on this issue. They understand that we aren't going to end the war. Okay, so that's an update there. Now, let's go to the Irish Daily Star, and the Burkes seem to be in court on a weekly basis. And Enoch Burke's father, he's been imprisoned for 2 months for attacking a female Garda in the Court of Appeal after rejecting, again, that's framed a certain way. Maybe that's what he was found guilty of, but the evidence seemed to be that he didn't attack her, that he tossed her over, so to speak. But anyway, I'll read on. He's been sent to prison for 2 months. This after he rejected the chance of a suspended sentence yesterday. However, his daughter, Amy, was cleared of obstructing a male Garda during the same incident. Sean Burke, who is in his 60s, denied assaulting Bridwell Garda Victoria Fisher in the forecourts on March 7th last year, when his wife Martina was escorted from a hearing for shouting at judges. However, following a 3-day district court appeals hearing, Judge Ronan Munro convicted him yesterday. Judge Munro imposed a 2-month sentence, but would suspend it on condition the accused gave a commitment to keep the peace and be of good behaviour for 1 year. He refused to sign that bond and therefore was ordered to serve 2 months in prison. So the judge offered him a suspended sentence if he committed to keep the peace and be of good behaviour for a year. He rejected that and now is in prison for a couple of months. I presume, given the nature of the crime, he won't be in there very long. Just an update on the Holyhead situation. It is going to be next year before that route is reopened, which is problematic. More problematic for some people in different parts of Ireland than it might be for, say, for instance, if you travel north in Britain and came over in a ferry to Belfast and then over to Donegal. But it's going to be more problematic for people potentially in other parts of the country. But tens of thousands face Christmas travel misery as Holyhead Port yesterday confirmed it will remain closed until at least January 15th. Some 100,000 people had been planning to travel to Ireland for the festive season using the Holyhead to Dublin ferry. The Welsh port has been out of action since key infrastructure was damaged by Storm Dara earlier this month. And it's not like you can also automatically switch to a plane either. I presume those that choose to travel via ferry, it's because maybe the amount of people that are travelling, maybe they've got lots of goodies in their boot or whatever it might be, and it's probably not an easy transition just to say, right, we'll switch to from a ferry to a plane because the plane tickets are already astronomical. Okay, that was a run through some of the stories making the papers today. Anything in there catch your ear, let us know. 086 60 25,000. We'd be more than happy to hear your calls and comments. Or give us a call on 07491 25,000. The WhatsApp and text, in case I got jumbled there, is 086 60 25,000. And emails coming into us at comments@highlandradio.com. We're going to be paying tribute to Denny McLaughlin after we take this break. Stay where you are.
Daily newspapers are courtesy of Cosgrove, Centra and Diner, Mountaintop, Letterkenny.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union, now offering mortgages from €40,000 to €600,000 with no hidden fees or transaction charges. Letterkenny Credit Union, 9102127.
Ho, 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 ho! Get ready to unwrap the magic of Christmas with a festive lineup of Christmas classics in Century Cinemas. Join your friends and family to experience the timeless joy of Christmas on the big screen, including Love Actually and Home Alone. Check out centurycinemas.ie for a full list of movies and to book your tickets.
This Christmas, the Cope has it all. Find perfect gifts at the Cope Dunlow or shop online at thecope.ie. Planning your Christmas dinner? Visit the Cope food stores in Falcarra, Annagray and Dunlow for all your festive essentials. Shop local and make this holiday season magical with the Cope.
Bit of Bioma moisturiser, flick of iconic London mascara, some Ella Thomas body spray.
Wow, you look glam. Where are you going?
Just popping back to Boots. Need to replace these gifts I got for Mel.
Make magic this Christmas with 3 for 2 on beauty gifts at Boots. Selected products cheapest pre-offer ends 24th December subject to availability.
At DoorTech Garage Door Systems in Kilmacrennan, we specialise in the supply and installation of all types of industrial roller doors and garage doors. Whether for your home, business or farm, our doors offer the security you need. For premium quality doors, call DoorTech on 9139941 or visit doortech.ie.
Join Marty Friel this and every Friday night from 8 for Rockin' Hits on Highland Radio in association with Arena 7 Letterkenny. Arena 7 gift cards are the perfect gift for the whole family and can be used across the Arena 7 complex. Visit arena7.ie.
Travel smarter with Expressway this Christmas. Getting to and from Dublin Airport has never been easier. Reserve your seat in advance on expressway.ie and enjoy priority boarding and a guaranteed seat. Skip the hassle of parking and relax with free Wi-Fi on board. Expressway. Way better.
Highland Radio Time Checks brought to you by EirGrid, the operator and developer of Ireland's electricity grid. EirGrid, powering up communities, powering up Ireland. The time is...
The time now is just about to turn 18 minutes past 9, and we've got 3 very special guests in studio with us this morning. I'll say good morning first to Tom Byrne. Tom, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Morning, Greg. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and I really appreciate you coming down at this time of the morning. Michael Carey, good morning to you, Michael.
Morning to you.
Good to have you with us. And also we have Michael Gallina, or Gallina on guitar.
Gallina, that's right.
Gallina,
yeah.
okay,
Great,
lovely
good
stuff. And we're all here, we've convened to reflect on the life of and pay tribute to the late, great Denny McLaughlin. Tom, talk to me a little bit about Denny and his influence on you.
Denny was a great influence on me. I wouldn't have known him in my early days because I grew up in England. Michael, the two Michaels here would know him better than me. But he was a great dancer and a fiddle teacher, and he taught lots of children. Michael Gallion would be better talking about him than me, actually.
Yeah, all right. Well, you're going to pay tribute with your squeezy box. Michael Gallina, talk to me about Denny and your recollections of him, the type of person that he was.
Yeah,
as well.
sure. God, he was a very generous man. You know, he was obviously a legend in terms of music and composing tunes and songs, and a teacher as well, and taught so many musicians who went on to make music their living, and teachers as well down through the years. So, no, a legacy, loads of great stories about him that are, he's been on TV, he's toured the world, there's books written about him, and there probably will be more books to be written about him, stories that we can't actually tell on the radio today. So that's all probably coming down the line at some stage.
Maybe we should have done it tonight, should we, rather than today. And also to Michael on guitar. Often when we sort of celebrate someone's life and their legacy, and this is what you guys are here for today, it's sort of maybe the first time it's happened, but Denny had such an influence that, he was honoured for his work and had, whilst he was alive too, which I think is lovely.
Yeah.
That he realised how important he was, how influential he was, and the legacy of his music.
Yeah, absolutely. People picked up on that, particularly his pupils who went on to teach. For example, the Inishowen Traditional Music Project put together, along with Martin Turish, a suite of music that was actually played to a full house in the National Concert Hall in January of last year, and Denny came along and met President Higgins and was honoured in the National Concert Hall. And one of the suites of that piece of music called Inishowen is all of Denny's tunes. So that in itself must have been an amazing celebration for him, and the fact that he'd been recognised like that in the Premier Hall in Dublin with the President in situ. So to celebrate that while he was alive was just amazing altogether. And consequently, we had the launch of the DVD of that show on Sunday night past in the cinema in Buncrana, and that's out now for sale through the Inishowen Traditional Music Project. So that in itself was just an amazing celebration of his life and his works. Now, a very short celebration because there was only probably, I don't know, about 8 or 10 tunes of his, and that where he's composed hundreds of tunes and songs. And it's
how do you pick 8 out of those?
Oh God, I know Martin Turish was the right man to do it because he knew his music inside out as well. So
Michael Carey, your brief reflections, and then we'll hear some music, and we can continue with our conversation then.
My introduction to Denny was I was there before the lads actually were on the scene. Denny used to teach Irish dancing in the back of the Excelsior Lounge in Buncrana, and I went to do the dancing because I was hand-toed, as we would call it, and Denny taught us and a group of other males, which was a big thing back then for men to do Irish dancing, and taught us dancing. But Denny would play a tune on the piano, give us the name of the tune, and then at the end of the dance class give us a small competition and ask to see if anyone remembered the titles. I would always know the titles. He says, Michael, you have an ear for music, and you're to come to my first music class.
Wow.
So then Denny began to teach music.
So you weren't at that point playing instruments, were you?
No, I never played music at all. I didn't think I had any music within me. So I just went simply for dancing to cure my hand-toedness and to point my feet outwards, which, by the way, it has miraculously worked.
Denny has many cures then.
Well, that's one of the lesser stories. He's many more than that. Apart from being a genius, a composer, he was the dancer. I could spot people that had possible potential and got me into his music class, and I was one of his first bands with the O'Dowds, they were known at the time. We went into Slogoo competitions everywhere. Slogoo was a big thing in the secondary school competitions. From there to All Irelands and the Flas every year, and then concerts, and then he played with Alioch folk, and I played with him in Alioch folk for a number of years. Then into Ferrollu, and just everybody spawned out
Shandrum,
different groups. They were the
Isn't it
Shandrum
remarkable that from fixing your hen's toes right, that it's actually really changed your entire life
completely.
That interaction and the opportunities and what you've achieved, and
it's changed my personality, to be very honest, as well, because I was very an introvert person before then as well. But the music is now my personality. In fact, Denny's tunes, they're all his personality. They're full of fun. They're full of devilment. Rascality, and the beauty that Denny had was that as a teacher you were having so much fun in his class that you never realised you were learning.
It's not the best way to learn.
Well,
I don't know
those were the skills that I took with me, because I've been lecturing in the college ATU for many years now, and I've taken those skills onwards, and he has taught me to be a better lecturer as well. So he's influenced me tremendously throughout my entire life.
Absolutely wonderful words. Right, Michael Gallinat, Tom Byrne, Michael Carey. Should we play a bit of music? I'll leave it at your discretion what we do.
What are we going to play, Tom?
We'll play Planksty Fiddlesticks. This was one of Denny's compositions, and he loved playing it, and he played it. You can hear the personality of Denny coming out in this tune.
You can. It's a fun tune. A lot of fun. It's quirky.
Yeah, it's a bit of devilment in there, isn't there? It's a beautiful, a beautiful piece of music. Tom, you said that you got to know Denny a little bit later in his life.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about that, Denny. When was that?
I moved over to Buncrana in about 1991. And I was there a couple of years, and then I met up with Denny and Michael. And I met Michael first, actually, Michael Gallion. My brother was living in Buncrana at the time. And my brother's wife is French, and Michael's wife is French as well. So we got to know each other. So there's a connection there, yeah. So we started playing together, and we had a little group called Shandram. And we played all around the place. I think we were up here in Highland Radio one day as well.
We did indeed, yeah.
Yeah, so we played together, and he was an inspirational character, you know. But he was, you never knew what he was going to do. And he was unpredictable.
Talk to me a bit more about that.
Well, I'm trying to think of something I could tell at this time.
He sounds like a character, no doubt about it.
There's a great book written about him by Liz Doherty, and it's got all his stories in there and all his tunes.
And that's going back 20 years ago.
That's 20 years ago now.
2005.
Barefoot Days.
Yeah. And it was called, by the way, in case any of you want to dig that book out, Denny McLaughlin from Barefoot Days, A Life of Music, Song and Dancing in a Show. In terms of Michael Gallinat keeping tradition going, right? Because it is so easy for music to be lost. Denny had an interest too, didn't he, in the history of music, and I suppose, making sure it was there for future generations.
Yeah, absolutely. I think his compositions, in many ways, the cheekiness of his compositions, particularly the tunes that we played, the tune we played earlier on, would have been influenced by things that he came across in his daily life. But Denny was also influenced by classical players, and a lot of the tunes that he played would have had a classical influence, and those were brought out in the tunes that Martin played. Denny had a number of CDs, and one was called The Arc of Tides, and the Arc of Tide tune itself is like such a complicated piece of music for someone who was never trained in the classical genre. To put something like that together was just amazing altogether. So he had many aspects to his music that really is borne out in the tunes that we play today, and that's just it's carried forward by the teachers that are out there. We all play his tunes in sessions, so we would meet every number of weeks, and in the middle of the tune you play, you might play 3 or 4 tunes in a set of reels or jigs or hornpipes or slow airs, and you can be sure that there'll be at least 3 or 4 of Denny's tunes in the middle of it, and that's right up and down the country today. So it's an amazing legacy that he's left there.
Yeah, indeed, he's left his own legacy. But I understand he was a big collector of music, particularly from Inishowen, and as I say, that just means it keeps. I think there needs to be a bridge between generations with stuff, because I think once a bridge goes,
yes,
and we do have a really vibrant young musical base in this county as well. What makes a good teacher, Michael Carey? Is it the fact that you don't realise you're teaching, but it requires a great deal of patience too, doesn't it? I mean, can you imagine? And I'm sure you guys can. You're an expert musician yourself. You're an amazing composer, and someone's coming in and they're doing bum notes and all this kind of stuff, right? You have to be a special type of character, I think, to stick with them.
Yeah, he can turn. There's no such thing as a bad note in Denny's class. He would turn he would turn around to a variation, and it became a part of the tune then, and the tune would change around whatever direction people want to take it. I think for Denny, the skills that he had was that he would teach a tune basically, and then he would teach all instruments first of all, because he was a fiddle player.
Yeah.
But he could play piano, he could play the harp. There we are.
Whistle,
he whistles a lot. Yeah. So he brought us all in. In my first class, there was an accordion player, Teresa Doherty. There was another accordion player, Billy Farrelly, and myself on the whistle. We were the first phase before a later phase that Michael joined him in the later classes.
Coyle, Jimmy McKay,
those were
Denny,
big names in
McDade,
Buncrana.
yeah.
In fact, everybody in Buncrana was playing music. He got everybody into this new thing called Irish trad music, and he made it popular, very popular in Buncrana. And then they came his Ayuk folk, and then that influence. They were on TV. They were a massive band. In fact, I have a challenge for you people on the radio. Phil Coulter wrote them a very big hit called Lullaby. and it was banned at the time. It wasn't allowed to be played, but it's never been played since either. This great tune that Phil wrote for them, and it was a super tune that hasn't seen the light of day yet either. So I must try and find out if that can be brought back up again to earth. But he would bring the lads into the music classes as well. Brian on banjo, Curly Coyle banjo, Bernard Heaney the singer, Pat McCabe on the accordion. And the crack would be great in the class. Then he'd bring us to a pub and he'd make sure that all the young ones played their selections as well. Everybody got a chance to do their thing.
Murphy's Place.
In Murphy's Place in Buncrana. And the memories were just fabulous. We had a fun night. That was the night of the week for all of us young ones, you know.
I won't keep you as much longer, but can we have another piece of music and then a chat?
Yeah.
Is that all right? Who's going to take the lead on what we shall
do
play?
the slow air or the reels?
We'll do the reels. Why not?
We'll do a couple if you. We'll finish with one as well.
A couple more left, if you like. Yeah.
Exactly, please. Yeah.
So this is Ballymcgan Ferries, followed
Drowsy Maggie,
a tune that Denny played all the time called Drowsy Maggie. Yeah.
Denny composed the
first one, yeah.
The Ballymcgan Ferries.
That's right.
Okay.
That's just absolutely wonderful. Mairead Mooney's with us. Good morning to you, Mairead.
Hello, Greg. How are you?
Thank
Lovely
you.
music there.
Oh, the lads are unbelievable. That's Michael Gallina, Tom Byrne, Michael Carey, three gentlemen whose lives were influenced.
Oh, sure, I know them well.
And touched, for the listeners' benefit, Mairead.
Yeah,
you can say the same, can't you, in terms of your interactions with the late great. But I suppose in the first instance, and we have already, Mairead, there's a great deal of sadness amongst obviously his family and friends and the musical community and the wider community.
Oh, huge. I just couldn't believe it yesterday morning. You know, we always thought then he'd be always around. And when I heard that he passed away, I was very upset because he was such an influence. He used to come to my family home, to my home. He knew my father. It was Father Jack Gallagher from Derry brought him first to our house, and there was a course in Gweedore for Irish students from Carndonna, and we just had such a wonderful Easter. It was an Easter, and he just would encourage all the time. You know, we were very shy. We were very young and very shy. This is back in the 70s. And he just kept encouraging my brother and I and my young sister to just play and sing. Like we were playing, but he just made it more. He gave us every possible way to encourage us to make our music better, to sing out, to enjoy it. And he was very, very into the language as well, which was fantastic because he you know, it's lovely when a stranger comes into your house and says, what you have is very special. So he made us think of how special it was to have, you know, songs in Gaelic and then my father was so pleased because he was able to get around us to play the music, while my father wasn't able to entice us as well at all. But he was a great family friend, and he will be sorely missed.
In terms of his skill, Mairead, and the ability to compose and the style and the uniqueness, but the traditional element of it as well, how great a talent is that?
Oh, well, Denny was kind of an innovator, because when he was playing, there weren't that many people playing publicly at that time in Donegal. There wasn't many sessions happening either. So it was, he was a total innovator, and he was into precision and technicality, something that opened my eyes when I was young. If you played a tune, or nobody would tell you how to hold a bow or how to play a role or all these technical things. And then he kind of gave a key to people how to do that, and focused in on young ones' talents. He was an amazing teacher. He just knew how to get around young people and their imagination and encourage them. And he was well before his time.
Mairead, thank you. Sorry, my condolences on the loss of your friend, and thank you so much for joining us to share your fond memories of the late, great Denny McLaughlin. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very
Take
much.
care, Mairead
and hello
Mead.
to the musicians there.
Oh, no
Okay,
problem. I'll
fine.
pass that on. Thank you so very much indeed. A common theme with the messages, gentlemen, that are coming through is random interactions with Denny, fun, crack. That's clearly then obviously very reflective of his personality. These are people that he didn't necessarily know, but they had encounters with him. And
in fact, where that was first spotted was that when he was playing with the Ailloch folk, he had a set that he would dance and play the fiddle at the same time. And that was something that I don't think was ever seen or heard of before. And it was a big laugh on the stage and was a real novelty. And people got a massive kick out of that at all the big gigs that I liked. And he would have done it on TV, but he can't really do the two together. So everyone thought. But then he was a rule breaker. And he would just break the rules, come up with new ideas, make it fun. And we just enjoyed the ride, and we had a fun life with him, and we miss him dearly. But we'll carry on his tradition and every opportunity that we get.
Well, it's in amazing hands, even just you three gentlemen and all the others that he's touched. Greg, I have fond memories of Denny in Granny's house playing instruments, listening to the wonderful tributes to Denny McLaughlin. Well done, Michael, Carey and colleagues. Very interesting conversation from Kathleen. Condolences to Denny, my neighbour, from James Bradley in Shandrum. The Henry girls were on to us to say we are deeply saddened to hear of the passing of Denny McLaughlin, a true musical legend. His contributions to the tradition will never be forgotten here in Inishowen, and far beyond that. His legacy will continue to inspire generations to come, and we're so grateful for all he taught us over the years. Rest in peace, Denny. Not least you three, but you've got the Henry girls there, Mairead and her family. I mean, his story and his influence intertwines amongst the very, very best musicians, not just here, but clearly further afield, Michael Gallina.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And as I say, his tunes are being played in sessions up and down the country, and I'm sure many, many musicians will be playing his tunes for years and years to come. And Denny was really... wasn't just a musician and composer, he was an entertainer. And these entertainers, they're a bit like when you would go to Leo Brennan's Tavern. Leo was also an entertainer in that style of being able to not just sing and play, but to entertain people and tell them stories and tell them yarns. Denny was a great reciter. He could recite loads of recitations, make up songs, sing songs that people would like to hear. If people were here from Scotland, he would sing a Scottish song, or he'd play a Scottish tune. If there were people from County Cork or whatever, he would sing my Banks of the Lee or whatever. He had a great
incredibly
aptitude
talented people can have a different type of attitude, can't they? They can be very much I know what's best. This is what you want to hear, but. He had the and I think it comes down to confidence. It does. He had the confidence.
Yeah, he had great confidence.
Yeah, he could expand into different things. Like he was the first person that would go around all the primary schools. Himself, he would go on his own and teach music to the first years and second years. That was unheard of back 20 or so years ago. He was the first to do that, and around the schools got a deal going with all the primary schools in the country, and now he's handed that over to his own students now, and now music is being introduced in primary schools, simply down to, I believe, Denny McLaughlin.
Denny was involved in every aspect of music. He would get the audience involved. That's what we used to notice then when we were playing in Harte's. That if there was a crowd of, sometimes you'd get a crowd of people coming in from a bus tour, and they'd be staying in the Gateway Hotel, and Denny would get them all involved, either lilting a piece of a tune or singing a song or getting one of them up to sing. But it would make it more interesting, because a lot of sessions you would just have people playing and saying nothing.
Except shush.
Exactly, that's right.
Shush.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He would encourage people to get up and sing or dance or do whatever.
And did that, I'm not saying he wasn't a purist in his own way, but did that pay off the purists at all, that it sort of made it more interactive rather than sit in your hands and listen?
Yeah, I think he might have, he was different. He was breaking the mould, there's no question about that. He broke the trad way of doing things, of just repeating a tune over and over. He would play it one way and then change it the next time around and introduce variations. I think he just expanded it and made it more interesting to us.
He also was one of the first winners of Group of Kjol at the Fla, which was an arrangement of a piece by young musicians. I think you were involved in one of the first Group of Kjols, and that wasn't just playing a straight tune, which a lot of people do in sessions, just play the tune straight through 3 times or whatever. Then he arranged the piece of music with harmonies, with lilting going on, or maybe even with a song in the middle of it. And to me, as Mairead said earlier, really was an innovator and brought things way before his time. And you know, it's just a legacy will just live on.
Yeah, because there's one in the secondary school in Sculwara in Buncrana. There was a Sister Enda there, and Slogu was a big thing years ago. It was a Gaelan, a sponsored event. It was all done through Irish and Gaelega, which is why we had a great attachment to Mairead and Gae Doran, and then he would bring us down there regularly. And Jimmy McBride, another wonderful singer and a primary school teacher. But then he would meet Sister Enda, and she would be putting on drama. And I remember one of the events was in Drumcondra, one of the All-Irelands was in Drumcondra. And I was running about Drumcondra trying to get to the whistle competition in a skirt and a dress from one of the Oisin plays that I was jumping on the stage with in one hall and then nipping across to play the whistle. It must have been the joke of the place, but it didn't matter. I won it anyway, you know. So, but the crack was great. You know, the crack was wonderful.
Lads, great memories, and I suspect that Michael Gallina is a bit of a memories man. I'd say there's nothing you've forgotten, Michael, just the way it comes to you like that, right? But also storytelling. It is learned, and it has to be intertwined with the music and everything, that you can just call up memories and names with such ease. Michael Carey, you can paint a picture with your words. I feel like I'm standing there myself. It's really quite remarkable, and it has to be associated with the great musical talent you have as well, and how it makes the brain work. Right, lots of different people want to hear different stuff, but because you're here, I want to leave it up to you. So what should we play out with? As I say, it's completely up to you guys.
He loved slow airs.
He did, yeah. And this is a tune that he didn't compose this one, but he played it every time we went out to play. This would be one of his favourite tunes. And it's an O'Carolan tune. O'Carolan was a big influence on Denny as well, and on his compositions. And this is a tune called Blind Mary,
which is one of it's a song that we've had 3 or 4 people asking for you to play. So isn't that a wonderful?
That's great.
By coincidence, it was the most popularly requested one from you gentlemen.
Well,
so
brilliant.
That's quite fitting. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
What an amazing piece of music played by you three gentlemen there. Thank you so very much indeed. I really do appreciate your time, Michael Gallina. It's been fantastic. It really has.
Great.
And I'm reliably informed that Denny would have been loving this morning. Tom Byrne, thank you so very much
Greg.
indeed. It's been wonderful having you in.
It's great to be here to remember Denny.
Yeah, and many times will be remembered into the future, no doubt. And last but not least, of course, Michael Carey on Whistle. Thank you so much for your time.
Great, thank you, Ian Taylor, for
All right.
this opportunity.
No, it's so very important to recognise someone's contribution. And just to let you know out there that Denny is predeceased by his parents, James and Mary, his brother Pat, sisters Katie and Mary. Denny will be sadly missed and never forgotten by his loving sisters Annie and Bridget, his nephews and nieces, grandnephews, nieces, cousins, neighbours, and his family from his musical circle. His remains are reposing in his late residence. His late residence, by the way, is Shandrum, Drumfries, Clonmany. His remains will be reposing there. Funeral from there on Friday the 20th of December, leaving at 10 a.m. for 11 a.m. Requiem Mass in St Mary's Church, Cockhill, with burial afterwards in the adjoining cemetery. Family time from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. and on the morning of the funeral. And if you wish to watch the funeral of Denny, it can be viewed at churchservices.tv/Cockhill.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, offering low-rate car loans with fast approval. Apply online at letterkennycu.ie or in office today.
Make your Christmas dinner extra special with the ESIS Centre's organic vegetable box. We've created a special vegetable box packed with 10 delicious organic vegetables to complete your festive feast. Choose from full box or half box options. Give your family the gift of fresh, wholesome vegetables this Christmas. Order now on 07493 848866 and make your Christmas dinner unforgettable this year. Deliveries to Inishowen and Derry catchment areas.
Life is unpredictable. That's why I'm letting people know what I want, just in case life takes an unexpected turn. Like thousands, with help from the Decision Support Service, I'm making my enduring power of attorney and advanced healthcare directive. There's no time like the present to plan your future. Visit decisionsupportservice.ie for more. Your future self will thank you. The Decision Support Service. My decisions, my rights.
Happy holidays, everyone! Spoil all your loved ones for less at TK Maxx with big brand gifts literally everyone will love. From the big Prezi to stocking fillers and everything in between. Get the whole list for up to 60% less than the RRP. Big gifts, small prices. In store now at TK Maxx.
Introducing Flow for Men, my new fragrance collection of products created to keep you feeling fresh and looking sharp. The ideal gift for the man in your life. Find Flow in pharmacies nationwide or online at flowbybo.com. Start every day with confidence.
From the hard-working New Transit Custom to the new rugged Ford Ranger and the dependable all-new Transit Connect to the reimagined all-new Courier and our new all-electric e-Transit range. Our award-winning Ford Pro commercial vehicle range has now been fully buffed and upgraded. Come and take Ireland's best-selling Ford Pro range for a test drive today. Productivity never looks so good. Browse the full Ford Pro range or book your test drive on Ford.ie. Claim based on latest published SI/MI figures. Test drive subject to availability.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union. Simplify your debts with a debt consolidation loan from Letterkenny Credit Union. Call us on 074 910 2126 or apply online via our app or in office today.
Get your last-minute Christmas presents this week at O'Reilly's Sportswear Clearance Sale in Jackson's Hotel, Ballybofey from this Wednesday to Sunday. For all things sportswear and the very popular Ballyleisure brand, pop in and grab yourself a bargain. O'Reilly Sportswear Warehouse Clearance Sale this Wednesday to Sunday, Jackson's Hotel.
Hello there. Golly gosh, it's almost Christmas and we want to help you here at Harvey's Point make it extra special. And what better way than with a Harvey's Point gift card. Available to order direct from the hotel 074 97 22208 or online at harveyspoint.com. It's the gift that keeps on giving all year round. A Harvey's Point gift card.
Want a new car for January? Call to Heron Auto Donegal Town to arrange your test drive on our 251 Kia range, where quality customer care comes first. We have 0% finance available on our Kia Sportage, Nero PHEV models and all EV models. Visit Heron Auto on Killybegs Road, Donegal Town to test drive and order your 251 Kia. Drive with confidence, drive with Heron Auto.
Hake and Dublin Bay prawn chowder. Grilled trout with pak choy. This Christmas, add a fresh idea to any table with Irish seafood, like organic smoked salmon or fresh Irish oysters. For starters or for mains, weekday dishes or weekend treat. Irish seafood is available in your local fishmonger or supermarket. It's easy to prepare and it adds variety to your festive meals. Enjoy the best that our fishermen bring ashore. And for great Irish seafood recipes, visit boardbia.ie/fish.
If you smell gas at home or on the street, don't ignore it. Open windows and doors. Don't smoke, vape, or use a naked flame. Don't unplug or switch anything electrical on or off. Turn off the gas at the meter. Then, no matter who your gas supplier is, call Gas Networks Ireland on 1800 20 50 50. Visit gasnetworks.ie to screenshot the safety steps, save them to your device, and share with friends and family.
Bridgend Bureau de Change is now open at Rafferty Circle K Station, Bridgend. For all your euros, sterling and dollars, contact Bridgend Bureau de Change at Circle K Bridgend. Planning cross-border shopping this Christmas? Call into Circle K Bridgend Bureau de Change for all your currency needs. Authorised and regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Highland Radio weather updates with McLaughlin. Find the perfect present for everyone on your list this festive season. Discover the joy of gifting and make Christmas magical with McLaughlin Bally Buffet. Visit us in-store or online at mclaughlin's.com.
Okay, again, thanks to the gentleman for coming up and helping us pay tribute to and remember Denny McLaughlin. Absolutely lovely gentleman. And brilliant to be in their company, but also have such wonderful, fond memories of someone who clearly has had a massive positive contribution to their lives. And it was lovely to get to learn and know, to learn a bit more and get to know Denny a little bit. But ultimately, of course, our sympathies are with Denny's family and his neighbours and the musical community and the wider community. The weather: patchy rain and drizzle this evening and fresh to strong southerly winds. Further outbreaks of rain tonight, but a clearance to scattered showers will follow from the west by dawn. Temperatures 7 to 10 degrees. Coming up after 10 o'clock, we're going to be crossing over to Buncrana Nursing Home. We've got Sinead there, we've got Alec there, and the team to chat to some of the residents, those running the place, and also to get some music. Really looking forward to that. Will the tribute today be repeated on Highland Radio? Beautiful, fitting tribute. Well, I'm going to cut it and post it as a separate podcast, so you'll be able to listen to it in its entirety, audio on our website, and I'll also cut the video a little later on. And you're sharing your memories, and they are wonderful memories. Thank you for that. Keep them coming, actually, by the way. But I'm going to take a break now to bring you the news and obituary notices. But stay with us. Coming up, we'll be going to Buncrana. We also have Danny O'Carroll on the show. We have Mickey Joe Harte on the show. They are going to be dancing with the stars. We're going to have a bit of fun. So stay tuned for that. All coming up over the next 2 hours on your 9 till noon show.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union. Digital loans now available. Apply online or via our app today and get your loan transferred directly to your current account.
The Volkswagen Caddy Cargo. Dependable, resilient and versatile. The perfect choice for your business. Now with 0% finance, service plans from $12.99 per month and pricing starting from only €21,600 ex-VAT. There's never been a better time to upgrade your business. With stock available now at Volkswagen commercial vehicle retailers across Ireland for January delivery, order your 251 Volkswagen Caddy Cargo today. Terms and conditions apply. Finance provided by way of hire purchase agreement from Volkswagen Financial Services Ireland and subject to lending criteria. Volkswagen Financial Services Ireland Limited is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. Visit volkswagenvans.ie for further information.
The world awaits you. Make that dream your next adventure. Cruise the Caribbean. Sail from Crete to Corsica. Soak in Santorini sunsets. Dine on the shores of the Indian Ocean. Stroll through cobbled streets for hidden gems, or bring the little ones to a magical wonderland. Trust the award-winning Atlantic Travel to guide your next adventure. Step through our doorway to the world. Atlantic Travel, Letterkenny.
Please support the St Vincent de Paul Annual Appeal. Donate today at svp.ie or call 0818 176 176. Thank you.
Tinny's Toys, your local toy store. Christmas Club is now open. Everything for newborn right up to model collectors. Leck Road, Letterkenny. Or shop online at tinnystoys.com. Did you know that we even give 5% cash back on all purchases when you sign up to our loyalty program? Tinny's Toys, much more than just farm toys. Leck Road, Letterkenny. Or shop online at tinnystoys.com. Terms and conditions apply.
There's something about this time of year that makes you want to be near all the things that remind you of your favourite Christmas. When you get that warm and fuzzy feeling, you want to be near the people you love and the things you love. So where better to get that Christmas feeling than Letterkenny Shopping Centre. There's free parking, extended opening hours and great gifts for everyone on your list. Add in a visit to Santa, you'll have Christmas all wrapped up. Letterkenny Shopping Centre. Christmas just around the corner.
This is your last chance to win €10,000 at iMotors. Buy any new 251 Nissan at iMotors and be entered into our 10k draw. The winner will be picked December 23rd. Call into our showroom in Drumkeen or Malin or check out imotors.ie.
iMotors, fearless generation.
Live, on air, online and on the Highland Radio app. This is Highland Radio News.
Good morning, it's Donna Marie Doherty with the news at 10 o'clock. The new Dáil sits for the first time in around half an hour from now. It will be the first sitting for newcomer Deputy Charles Ward of the 100% Redress Party. Fianna Fáil's Deputy Pat the Cope Gallagher will be re-entering the chamber after losing his seat in the 2020 elections, while Deputies Pearse Doherty, Padraig McLaughlin of Sinn Féin and Charlie McConalogue, also of Fianna Fáil, are returning after retaining their 3 seats. Sinn Féin has confirmed it will be nominating leader Mary Lou McDonald as Taoiseach, however she won't secure enough votes. One person who will also be elected as the new Conchola, however the position is surrounded with controversy. It follows both Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael's backing of independent TD Verona Murphy, which may be seen as a gesture of good faith in government formation talks. Conchola candidate and Sinn Féin deputy Angus O'Snuddy believes backbenchers will use the secret ballot to vote with their heart rather than party preference. He says Simon Harris and Micheál Martin are wrong in their support of Verona Murphy.
The leadership in both parties felt it was in their gift to gift this job to Verona Murphy, and that's not the way it should be, because the person in this job has to be like a referee, somebody above party politics.
Well, as the new Dáil meets today, they're getting an early reminder about their election promises on childcare. Together for Public is an alliance of over 40 groups, including unions and educators, who are staging a rally outside of Leinster House for the action on what they claim is a system in crisis. National Women's Council Director Orla O'Connor says the current childcare system is broken, and people already told their new TDs all about it on the doorsteps.
I think we've seen through the election campaign how on the doors people were raising the cost of childcare being just so prohibitive, and also not being able to get a place available in their community. And we know that the political parties have all identified it as a priority. So we need to see the next government now deliver.
Detectives from the Police Service of Northern Ireland's Terrorism Investigation Unit have carried out a search in Strabane this morning as part of an ongoing investigation. A man aged 40 has been arrested under the Terrorism Act as a result. He's been taken to Musgrave Serious Crime Suite for questioning. Gardaí investigating the murder of Kiran Duran will meet today to discuss the ramifications for their investigation after the death of a suspect in their case. 36-year-old Anthony Maguire was found dead at his home in Drogheda yesterday. He was arrested and later released without charge last week. His home was also the subject of a major search operation. Kiran was reported missing in August, but Gardaí believe he was killed over 2 years ago. Conor Lally, crime and security editor with the Irish Times, says the investigation is now more complex than ever.
It is being treated as a personal tragedy, but obviously because he's one of the suspects, it will greatly complicate the inquiry now, and God knows this investigation was already very complex. So really, the Gardaí will be meeting today, the investigation team, just to examine the implications of this man's passing and to try and determine is there any evidence in the property.
An Irish soldier from Derry is to be sentenced next month after being found guilty of 3 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault. The victim in her victim impact statement said the actions of 30-year-old Kiran Mooney with an address of Bloomfield Park, Derry, made her suicidal. Michaela Clark reports.
Last week, Kiran Mooney was found guilty of 3 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault at a Dublin hotel in July 2021. At a pre-sentencing hearing yesterday, the court heard that prosecutors have suggested a sentence of between 10 and 15 years. According to BBC News, in her victim impact statement, the woman said her life was just beginning when she was assaulted by the Irish soldier. She says what happened changed her life and that she wouldn't wish it on anyone. The victim said the rape had taken a toll on her mental health. Mooney, who had 7 signed affidavits towards his character from members of his family and community, will now be placed on the sex offenders register. Sentencing has been adjourned until January the 20th.
Over half of Irish doctors feel disillusioned and disengaged at work, according to new research. A survey by the Medical Protection Society also reveals 64% of doctors in the Irish healthcare system are frequently burnt out and exhausted, while 57% say they're not encouraged to discuss their mental health at work. Looking now to weather, rather cloudy this morning with outbreaks of light rain slowly clearing with some sunny spells to develop. More cloud will build, however, this afternoon with a few light showers following in from the west. A little breezy at times too, with highs of 7 to 9 degrees. That's all for now from Highland Radio News, back with headlines at 11 o'clock. The obituary notices this Wednesday morning, December 18th. The death has taken place of Kathleen Reid née Falconer, 21 Main Street, Sion Mills, reposing at Quigley's funeral home tomorrow from 6 p.m, with removal at 7 p.m. to St Teresa's Church, Sion Mills. Requiem Mass on Friday at 10 a.m. Interment afterwards in St Mary's Cemetery, Melmount. The Requiem Mass can be viewed live via the parish webcam. The death has occurred of Rita Margaret Quinn née McMonigal, 3 Bracken Lee Letterkenny. Rita's Requiem Mass will take place on Friday at 11 a.m. in St Eunan's Cathedral, Letterkenny. Burial afterwards in Drumbo Cemetery. Requiem Mass will be streamed live via the parish webcam. Wake is strictly private at Rita's request, as is the house on the morning of the funeral. The death has occurred of Denny McLaughlin, White Harris Shandrum, Dumfries Clonmany, reposing at his late residence. Funeral from there on Friday morning, leaving at 10 a.m. For 11 o'clock Requiem Mass in St Mary's Church, Cockhill, with burial afterwards in the adjoining cemetery. Family time from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. and on the morning of the funeral. The funeral can be viewed on churchservices.tv. The death has taken place of Tessie McLaughlin née McDade Ludden Buncrana, remains reposing at her residence. Funeral from there tomorrow morning at 9:15, going to St Mary's Oratory, Buncrana, for 10 o'clock Requiem Mass with burial afterwards in Cockhill Cemetery. Wake strictly private to family and close friends only at the request of the deceased. No flowers or mass cards. All donations to Donegal Hospice, care of any family member. The death has taken place of Kathleen McEnany née McCullough, 114 Lower Main Street, Strabane, and formerly of Glenroan, Plumebridge, reposing at her home today from 12 noon. Funeral leaving her home on Friday morning at 11:25 for Requiem Mass in the Church of the Immaculate Conception, Strabane at 12 noon. Interment afterwards in Strabane Cemetery. Family time please from 10 p.m. to 11 a.m. The Requiem Mass can be viewed live via the parish webcam. The death has taken place of Patrick Pierce Kelly, 17, St Bridget's Crescent, Drumkeen. Pierce is reposing at his late residence, 17 St Bridget's Crescent, Drumkeen. Funeral from there tomorrow morning at 10:30, going to St Patrick's Church, Drumkeen for 11 o'clock Requiem Mass, with burial afterwards in the adjoining cemetery. Family flowers only, please. The death has taken place of Pater Quinn, Baymore, Fintown. Pater's remains are reposing at his home. Requiem Mass in St Columkille's Church, Fintown at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, with burial afterwards in the adjoining churchyard. Rosary at 9 p.m. with family time from 10 o'clock tonight and on the morning of the funeral tomorrow. The funeral Mass can be viewed on the parish Facebook page. Donations in lieu of flowers, if desired, to the National Kidney Support Centre, Beaumont Hospital, care of any family member. A shuttle bus service will be available with details on our website. The death has occurred of John Grant Butcher, Ballymagan, Buncrana. John's remains are reposing at his residence. Funeral from there tomorrow morning at 10 a.m, going to St Mary's Church, Cockhill, with burial afterwards in the adjoining cemetery. Family time from 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. Funeral can be viewed on churchservices.tv. The death has taken place of Carol Mahaffey, formerly of Dunnamana. Funeral leaving Quigley's Funeral Home Strabane this afternoon at 12:15 for service of Thanksgiving in Dunnamana Presbyterian Church at 1 p.m. Interment afterwards in Mount Castle Cemetery. The death has occurred of Henry Bradley, Glenealy Crossroads, Kellygordon. House private today and before the funeral tomorrow morning. Funeral from the family home tomorrow morning at 10:30 for Requiem Mass at 11 o'clock in St Patrick's Church, Crossroads, Kellygordon. Interment afterwards in the adjoining churchyard. The Mass can be viewed via the parish webcam. For family information and more details regarding wakes and funerals, please go to highlandradio.com.
It's Christmas time. And with friends and family returning, let's keep bringing it back. This holiday season, let's keep the spirit of giving by returning all our plastic bottles and drinks cans to the return RVNs nationwide. Every time you return, whether it's for your deposit or to donate, you're making a positive difference to our communities and our environment. So let's make a festive promise to keep bringing it back and return every plastic bottle and can. Together, we're creating a cleaner, brighter future for us all.
You're very welcome back to the 9 till noon show. Very excitingly, shortly, we're going to be heading over to Buncrana Community Hospital and joining our very own Sinead Black, who's going to be talking to a few residents, hopefully, and they'll be wishing, I'm sure, their families and friends a happy Christmas, and even maybe remembering some childhood Christmases or what they fancy for Christmas dinner. Have we got Brussels sprouts eaters in there? I don't know. All may well be revealed. And we also have a couple of nice presentations. And thanks to Alcorn's Flowers Letterkenny for helping us out in relation to that. So I'll be going to Sinead after the next break. But I just want to read a couple of comments in the meantime. We'd like to express our condolences on the passing of Denny McLaughlin from Helen and Jared McLaughlin, the Cottages, Dumfries. Denny taught me in the 80s and I still work in music because of him. Great memories of travelling to the Feshana around the country and enjoying late night visits where he's having the whole house up playing and singing. Another, you could spend a week on the music and stories of his life and legacy. He'll be so missed, from Bernie Doherty. Denny was able to play a tune by ear, which is a very unique skill. A lovely tribute to Denny, our Irish dance teacher and friend. A great day when two sisters won All-Ireland first and second in the same competition. On Monday morning, the photo on the front page of the national newspaper, the Irish Press, of a beaming Denny, the proud, proud teacher. Deepest sympathies to Bridget, Annie and all the family, Michael and the boys, Helen and Mary. So sorry to hear about the passing of Denny McLaughlin. He was a great storyteller, singer and a master fiddle player. He was one of my idols as I learned to play the fiddle. Another, Denny McLaughlin, met me one day in Buncrana and asked me to come and have some refreshments with him in one of Buncrana's many establishments. I said I've not much time as I'm on a bus, but I went with him. I stood him one and he sang a beautiful song about a mother's love. We exchanged hugs and I went on to the library. I was so pleased to have spent a few moments with the master of music. God rest your lovely soul, from Kathleen. Denny Whitehara was his nickname and he loved it, I'm told. And that's just some of your tributes coming in this morning. Morning, Greg. Could you give a mention to Daniel Kearney, who turns 92? A great listener to anything Highland and loves everything between sports and politics. Love from all in Cockhill, Buncrana. Many thanks. Daniel Kearney, I hope that you're listening this morning, and a very, very happy birthday to you all from us. And we were speaking too about Denny a little later on, and such is the way life can throw up connections and coincidences, and I don't believe all the time they're necessarily accidental. Maybe there's something else to it. Denny had a connection with the next facility, of course, where we're heading to, Buncrana Community Hospital. Looking forward to chatting to Sinead and the team after this break.
The county's #1 talk show, the 9 till noon show on Highland Radio.
It's time for Vision Ireland Bingo on Highland Radio.
It's Wednesday, the 18th of December. You're playing on the blue sheet for the daily prize of €1,000. The reference number is S13. It's game number 51. The numbers are 85, 6, 72, 17, 78, 57, 3, 9, 32, and finally 27. Phone your claim to 9104833 before midnight, leaving your name, contact number and the name of the shop where you purchased your book, and we'll call you back the next working day. Get all your Vision Ireland bingo information at highlandradio.com.
It's Ireland's greatest live show. The Three Amigos, Jimmy Buckley, Robert Mizell and Patrick Feeney are back on tour. Get ready for a truly amazing experience full of laughter, music and song. See The Three Amigos live Tuesday, January 21st, Clonry Hotel, Letterkenny. Tickets price $39.50, now available at hotel reception and ticketmaster.ie, where booking fees may apply.
Happy Christmas from the Three Amigos!
Burglars are now doing their Christmas shopping. And guess what? They might just be calling with you. Install a wire-free burglar alarm from Sheridan Security Systems before December 31st and get 6 months round-the-clock monitoring free. Contact us today on 912-6025 for a free quotation. Have a peaceful Christmas with Sheridan Security.
First prize in the Glenswilly Development Draw is €25,000. Second prize is $10,000 and third prize €5,000, while there's 10 prizes of €1,000 each. Tickets priced €25 are available at glenswilly50kcashdraw.ie from any club member or from County Dry Cleaners in Letterkenny. The draw is on Saturday, the 4th of January. This ad is sponsored by County Dry Cleaners, offering a collection and delivery service with special rates for Airbnbs and guest houses.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why.
The Lotto jackpot is an estimated €4.2 million. Play responsibly in store, in app, or at lottery.ie. The National Lottery. It could be you.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, with monster loans available up to €60,000 for all occasions. Visit letterkennycu.ie.
And delighted to cross over to our own Sinead Black. Sinead, good morning to you. You are looking festive. I've made an effort. I'm in my Christmas jumper. You are in yours. How are you feeling?
Good morning, Greg. I feel very official today with headphones and all in check. So hello to everybody watching us online, or do tune in. And the news is just in, Greg. Everybody here in Buncrana Community Hospital is on the naughty list. Isn't that right? The spirits are very high this morning, Greg, and they're not well behaved at all. But sure, that's exactly why we're here, to spread some Christmas cheer.
Well, Sinead, we have loads of time, so we're going to spread cheer for you, for your beautiful singing too. I hope you'll do that for us, won't you?
Maybe, we'll see. We've plenty of singers here today. I will, of course, sing you a song, Greg. No problem at all. But we're going to introduce you to some of the residents here. If you just joined us, as I said, we're at Buncrana Community Hospital, and it's lovely to see everybody very well turned out this morning. And I've been having such crack all morning with some of the residents. First up is none other than my good buddy Denny. Good morning, Denny.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Not too bad.
We put the word right this morning, having a good old sing song, didn't we?
You did indeed.
And we're remembering today, Danny, or I suppose we are looking back at favourite childhood memories of Christmas and stuff. And can you tell me some of yours?
My Christmas?
Aye.
Oh, the only ones I remembered when I was a child, running about with the wee small cars, wee matchbox cars.
Wee cars.
Under the bed.
What was your favourite thing that Santa brought you?
Oh, it's hard to remember.
Hard to remember.
Aye.
Cars, I suppose.
Aye, that's
Yeah.
all we had back then.
And tell me, did you ever get a microphone in your day? Because you're a good old hand at the singing. Well, we give the listeners a verse or two.
Ah, maybe.
Danny has been singing to me, Greg, all morning, so he might not have many songs. You might have a verse left in you, would you?
Huh?
Well, you might have a wee verse for us. Will we give a go at The Town I Love So Well?
Aye, well.
Absolutely. Is there anyone that you'd like to dedicate it to before we get into it, Danny? All the people in Clonmany.
Clonmany and Eilado.
And Eilado. Okay, without further ado, we have Danny. Are you right? On you go.
In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our schools played ball by the gas yard wall, and we walked through the smoke and the smell, going home in the rain, rolling up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I love so well.
Give it up for Danny. You're nearly putting me out of a job there, Danny. Fel Coulter would be proud of that. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. Now, Danny's going to give us a wee dance later on, Greg. It's all happening here this morning. And these two, now we had to put these two beside each other, as these are the blaggarts of the grip. Isn't that right, Aidan? Huh?
I don't know.
Are you well behaved?
Oh, I'm very well behaved.
I don't know, Bridie. What do you think about that? She's saying nothing. Now, we're reminiscing about Christmas. Can you tell us some of your favourite memories?
Pardon?
Can you tell me some of your favourite memories from Christmas?
From Christmas?
From Christmas.
Well, when I was young, we were put to bed and we had to go to sleep, because if we didn't go to sleep, Santa wouldn't be coming.
Oh, absolutely. And for all the boys and girls listening, that's true. You have to go to bed early?
Yeah, went to bed early, and if there were a word out of you, Santa wouldn't come.
But I'm sure you were well behaved back then too, Aidan.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I'm just a gambler.
Gambler, very good. And come here, you've a wee song in you as well. You were singing a good old song there about Buncrana earlier.
Ah, sure, couldn't forget Buncrana.
Go on, give us a bar. Here, you hold it for yourself.
You want me to sing a song?
I do, surely.
But I never sung on any of these times.
Oh, so today's the day.
I wanna go back to old Buncrana, down by the silvery sea. The girls in old Buncrana, they sure have got the glamour. They don't mean nothing to me. Now the girls in Kenny-go, they sure look okie-doke. I got a sweetheart way out in Kenny-go. Oh, Lenny, da-da-dee-da-la-da-da, the silvery sea.
Wow,
Oh,
what a talent.
Buncrana. And I heard you singing about the Isle of Doe. I went to the Isle of Doe and got the loveliest girl in it. But I hadn't her too long. She left me. She died. Very young. That's true. I always remember her. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aidan. Thank you very much. And Greg, as I was speaking to Katie up here, a Christmas can be a lonely time, and that's why we were highlighting how precious the Buncrana Community Hospital is, that Katie comes in to join everybody in here and have a lovely time. Isn't that right, Katie? Yeah. Good morning to you. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
And we're very appreciative of the festivities and the company here, isn't that we were talking about earlier?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I would like to thank Georgina especially and all the staff. They're absolutely wonderful. They're so kind.
Aye, that's lovely, and you can see how important it is, Greg, so that's absolutely wonderful. It's lovely to be here to see that today. Now, Katie, Katie's the gambler, Greg, and as we were listening to come live to you, she says, I never got my Highland Radio bingo book. You were listening to the bingo. Now, so we know what Katie wants for Christmas, everybody, a Highland Radio bingo book. Is that right?
Yeah.
And is there anyone you'd like to wish a happy Christmas?
I say hello to my husband Philip and my 7 girls and my 14 grandchildren. And can I say hello to my 2 best friends, Audrey and Anne. Anne lives in Dunlow and Audrey lives in Manor. There's 2 of my best friends.
Of course you can. And Merry Christmas to you, Katie.
And to all my family and brothers-in-law and sisters-in-law and everybody in Buncrana and Clonmany who knows me.
And your grandchildren, how many grandchildren have you got? What?
14.
14?
Actually, Kira's having her formal tomorrow evening.
Oh, very good. Well, we wish her a lovely day, and that's lovely. So that's a lot of hellos. Thank you very much. Yeah. And I hope that you win the bingo, Highland Radio bingo, the next time.
Yeah, the big jackpot in St. Mary's on Friday night.
Oh, I told you, she's the gambler. You gotta know when to hold them. That's you, Kitty. Merry Christmas. All right, Greg, and we've plenty of time yet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just watching it like I'm sitting at home watching it. Oh, this is fantastic. I'll tell you what I might do, Sinead. I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll come back. But we're under no time pressure, but I'll take a break and then I'll come back to you. Is that all right?
No problem.
Okay, we'll be back with you in just about 2 or 3 minutes.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union, now offering mortgages from €40,000 to €600,000 with no hidden fees or transaction charges. Letterkenny Credit Union, 9102127.
Looking for the ultimate night out? Voodoo Venue Letterkenny has you covered, with a late bar from Thursday through to Monday and great live entertainment. Every night at Voodoo is a party waiting to happen. Gather your crew and create unforgettable memories at Voodoo Venue Letterkenny, where the weekend never ends.
Bit of Bioma moisturiser, flick of iconic London mascara, some Ella Thomas body spray.
Wow, you look glam. Where are you going?
Just popping back to Boots. Need to replace these gifts I got for Mel.
Make magic this Christmas with 3 for 2 on beauty gifts at Boots. Selected products cheapest pre-offer ends 24th December subject to availability.
At Doortech Garage Door Systems in Kilmacrennan, we specialise in the supply and installation of all types of industrial roller doors and garage doors. Whether for your home, business or farm, our doors offer the security you need. For premium quality doors, call Doortech on 9139941 or visit doortech.ie.
Discover the ultimate escape at the Spa at Orchids, the Holyrood Hotel, Bundoran, nominated for Spa Experience of the Year 2024 by the Irish Hotel Awards. Indulge in an oriental bamboo massage, reflexology, or choose from our signature therapies, skin glowing facials and invigorating body treatments. Couples can unwind together in twin treatment rooms or share a peaceful moment in the secret garden with outdoor hot tub. The Spa at Orchids, open daily. To buy a gift voucher or reserve your appointment, visit holyroodhotel.com.
Are you looking for fresh, local and convenient shopping this Christmas? Maple Stores are here for you all across Donegal. From Burtonport to Ballyliffin, Carrigart to Castlefin and everywhere in between. We're open throughout Christmas for all your needs, making sure you never run out of the essentials. For our Christmas opening hours and fantastic festive deals, visit your local Maple Store on Facebook. And yes, we also sell fuel too. From all of us at Maple Stores, have a happy Christmas. Maple Stores, fresh, convenient, local.
Give a gift of choice this Christmas with a gift card that supports Irish retail. Accepted in thousands of outlets nationwide and online with participating retailers, the One for All gift card is a perfect gift for loved ones. Pick up a One for All gift card at your local post office and make Christmas shopping easier this year. The One for All gift card is issued by GVS Prepaid Europe Limited. GVS Prepaid Europe Limited is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Okay, you're very welcome back to this Wednesday's 9 till noon show. Today we are out and about. Just a little later on, by the way, whilst we get the camera sorted there, a little later on, we're going to be joined by Danny O'Carroll and also Mickey Joe Harte. They're two of the contestants flying the flag for Donegal, I'm going to say, as part of Dancing with the Stars. And it's only a matter of time before Sinead Black gets that phone call to go up there Dancing with the Stars, Sinead.
Greg, we can live in hope in that. I don't know about that, but I'm thinking of getting some dancing started here. What about a song, everybody? A big competition here, Greg, today. There's wonderful singers, but I'm going to give you a wee verse or two. I want to see you all clap your hands now and join along. All these nurses are dying to dance here, Greg, as well. Are we ready? Some Ring of Fire for you this time. Come on. Oh, love is a burning thing. Brady's ready to dance. It makes a fiery ring. Bound by a wild desire. That's it. I fell into a ring of fire. Let's hear you sing it now. Come on. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Ah, yeah. Here we go. Are you ready? I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Well, the taste of love is sweet. Yee-hoo! When hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. Last time now, come on, nurses. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. That's it. Burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The ring of fire, that ring of fire. Hey! Well done, everybody. What do you think of that, Greg?
I thought that was absolutely fantastic, and the dancing was only matched by your singing, Sinead. Brilliant stuff, great atmosphere.
Thank you very much. It is indeed. If you've just joined us, we are at Buncrana Community Hospital spreading Christmas spirit. And let me tell you, there is a lot here today. And we are getting reminded of what's important. And just before we move on, Greg, we were watching you here live on YouTube. You know, this morning we were enjoying it here down in the hospital, and I just want to bring to your attention, we really enjoyed the segment on the lovely late great Denny McLaughlin, who was indeed a member here at the day centre, and I have some of his lovely friends here who we were delighted and really enjoyed to see such a lovely sentiment on him. Aidan and Brady here were great friends of Denny, isn't that right?
We sat on each side of him. I'm Brady. I sat and refereed because the two of them were sparring all day. I missed that more than anything.
Absolutely. So he's in our thoughts today, and we were remembering great fond memories of him and his music. And with that, Brady would love to sing a little song and dedicate it especially to him. Isn't that right, Brady? No pressure. You got this. What are you going to sing today?
I only one song.
One song. What's it called? Danny boy. Away you go.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the flowers are dying. It's you, 'tis you, must go and I must stay. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white will show. 'Tis I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you. And when you come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead as dead I may well be, you'll come and find the place where I'm lying, and kneel and say, and I'll be there for me. And I shall hear those soft ye tread above me, and all my grief shall warmer, sweeter be. And you will bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall sleep in peace until you come to me.
Well done, Granny. Isn't that just beautiful, Greg?
Sinead, I don't know how that's, if everyone could hear it through the speakers there in Buncrana Community Hospital. That was absolutely beautiful. I swear if that was on Spotify, I'd listen to that. Absolutely brilliant. That lady needs a recording contract. What a voice.
Well, there you are.
And I can tell you right now, that's not her first rodeo. That lady knows how to sing a song.
Let me tell you, it's been a busy morning keeping these two in check. I'm telling you, Greg, with Aidan and Bridie are lovely characters. Now, excuse me, I've forgotten your name. Kathleen, is that right? Kathleen.
Yeah.
And how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm grand, thank you.
You're grand. Well, I love the Santa hat.
I'm Kathleen McCauley.
Kathleen McCauley. And where are you from, Kathleen?
I'm from Moville here.
Moville. And tell me, what is your childhood memories of Christmas?
Pardon?
What is your childhood memories of Christmas?
Very good childhood memories.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, and we were talking, myself and Danny and Aidan earlier, that Christmas was simple years ago and we enjoyed the simple life, isn't that right?
That was a way years ago, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And what was your favourite toy that you would have got from Santa years ago?
Pardon?
What would have been your favourite present you would have got as a child?
Oh, well, I would have got a nice, very good present, you know.
Absolutely. And is there anyone you'd like to say hello to today, Kathleen?
What was saying now? Who I could say hello to? There's people here, I don't know. But
Will we say hello to everybody in Moville who's listening in?
say to everybody that's in Moville who's listening in.
Aye. Very good. Give it up for Kathleen, everybody.
You were talking about Christmas presents there, Sinead. I would say many of your guests there would remember that if you were bold, they would threaten you would get coal for Christmas, and now here we are. Trying to be bold to get some coal. Coal's all of a sudden a great Christmas present now. It's not punishment anymore.
Not at all. None of these residents would have got coal. They wouldn't have known what coal's like. They're so well behaved. Isn't that right, Tina? Well, Greg, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to the manager of Buncrana Community Hospital here this morning. Give it up for Tina, everybody. Come over here. Don't be shy. You look lovely this morning. How are you? Thank you very much for having Highland Radio with you today.
Highland Radio is more than welcome to come anytime at all to Buncrana Community Hospital.
Yeah, by the way, Caroline, we're going to be late up to the station because we're going to stay and have a right old party because the Christmas party is happening today, isn't that right?
Yes, the daycare and all our residents are here today to celebrate Christmas a little bit early, but we're having it together and there's going to be plenty of food, drink and songs.
Lovelies. And can you tell us how give us a rundown of the Christmas festivities that's happened here so far, or what to expect, just for our listeners at home? Give them a little insight into the festivities.
Well, our Christmas started there at the beginning of December, where we got invited out to a few places. The Red Door, we had a brilliant time in the Red Door. We had a brilliant time in the Inner Show and Gateway Hotel. And we also, people are bringing in biscuits and sweets from December, so we've been enjoying a bit of festivities. We'll all be at Slimming World come January. But yeah, the community have really spoilt us, and Annie, the schools, the local school children have come in and they've done a nativity play and they've done sing-songs from first class up to leaving school, so we've all enjoyed that immensely.
Yeah, absolutely. It's lovely to see the children perform, and definitely a highlight of Christmas for me as well. Well, I would like to give you a little presentation from us here at Highland Radio today, just towards to spoil the residents here a little bit. I'm going to give you €500 a check towards...
Our residents deserve spoiling, so it will go on something really, really nice that the residents and daycare can have together.
Yeah, absolutely, I'm sure, and as do the nurses. Thank you very much for taking such good care of everybody here. Now, nurses, you start getting out of this is handy. We're going to have a wee dance, isn't that right? Isn't that right, Alec and Danny? We're going to have a wee dance. And as well, Greg, how are we for time? Are we all good?
I have a day off. This is fantastic. Shay, you could go to 12 if you want. I'm happy out. No, don't worry about time. And I have to say, the people, our friends at Nazareth House were fantastic earlier in the week. But I'm spotting some amazing Christmas jumpers, Christmas hats. Residents there really have gone to town. They look absolutely fantastic here from the studio.
Yeah, they do, absolutely. There is definitely a big Christmas cheer around Buncrana today, and as I was saying, they're going to party into the wee hours as well. And we're going to finish off with a little bit of jiving for
Fantastic.
you and a sing-song. But before we do, I would like to also present to Buncrana Community Hospital here a beautiful, if you're watching or joining us online, you will see how gorgeous that this lovely arrangement of flowers is by our sponsors Alcorns and Letterkenny. So big thank you to Alcorns and Letterkenny. And as I did say the last day, I think this is a wonderful present for the people in our life. You know, we all have that woman. I know I have a mommy at home who has everything. I think this would be a lovely gift for your centrepiece for your Christmas dinner, or just a lovely gift to spread some cheer. So that's what we're going to do exactly, is going to gift it courtesy of our sponsors of Alcorns. Tina, we'd like to... you're telling me to give this to Brady? Oh, well, we're going to give this to our residents here in Buncrana. So very happy Christmas. Brady, I'm going to give that to you. Isn't that just absolutely beautiful?
I don't deserve it.
I can't get you a record deal, but I can give you some flowers from Alcorns.
I don't deserve it.
You do, surely. You sang your heart out. She deserves it, surely, Greg, doesn't she?
Oh, Bridie was absolutely... I mean, there's been a few stars of the show, but Bridie is something else, and she deserves everything coming to her, and the flower is only just a token of, I'm sure, the high regard everyone holds Bridie in. She's absolutely brilliant. Well done, Bridie. It's been great having you on the show, Bridie, and all of you, of course. Right, how are we going to jive? What are we going to jive to, Sinead? Talk to me.
Well, we're going to leave you with Merry Christmas by Shakin' Stevens, and I'd like to wish everybody watching us a Merry Christmas from here, Buncrana Community Hospital. We've had a wonderful morning. I'm going to be joined by our nurses now. We're going to have a good dance. Anybody feels like a little dance, please do come up and join me. Thank you, Greg, for tuning in with us. We'll be back tomorrow live from Letterkenny, so I'm looking forward to speaking to you then. I'm going to have to think on another song to sing to you tomorrow.
No, okay, I don't mind 2 in a row. It's no bother at all. Okay, Sinead, thanks so much. And before you start, just to thank, of course, Sinead, who's done an amazing job again today. Also Barry, who's been working the camera, and Joe Dex, who is working very, very hard this week, drinking plenty of coffee. I'm absolutely sure about it, because he's up and down and around the whole county setting stuff up for us. All right, Sinead, take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Now, time to party. Are you ready? Snow is falling. Come on. All around me. Children playing, having fun. Come on, Donnie. It's the season of love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. Here we go. Time for parties and celebration. Woo! People dancing all night long. Time for presents and exchanging kisses. Time for singing our Christmas song. Here we go. We're gonna have a party tonight. I'm gonna find that girl underneath the mistletoe. We'll kiss by candlelight. Room is swinging, records playing, all the old songs we love to hear. How I wish that every day was Christmas. What a nice way to spend the year. Joe, we're not going home. We're going to stay here for the day. What do you think, Barry? Absolutely. Woo-hoo! Here we go now. We're gonna have a party tonight. I'm gonna find that girl underneath the mistletoe. We'll kiss by candlelight. Snow is falling all around me. Children playing, we're having fun. Well, it's the season of love and understanding. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you so much, Sinead and the team. Absolutely brilliant. We really do appreciate it. Loved it. And a big thank you to all at Buncrana Community Hospital for being so welcoming to us, and lots of you enjoying that as much as I did. And it's evoking different memories for people. Of course, joy. What about the two singers, Bernie and the gentleman's name? Who escapes me just at the moment, but I'll recall it. Absolutely wonderful singers, certainly hidden talent. I thought they were absolutely brilliant, but all of them were brilliant, and the dancing at the end was fantastic too. I know most of you are listening, but if you get a chance to watch that back on our socials a little later on, you should, because it's the pure and utter joy of Christmas. Alberta, well done, Bridie. 2 kisses for you. Bridie, lots of people texting in, wishing you well. Well done to all in the Buncrana nursing unit, Tina and all the staff who go above and beyond for all of their patients. My mum, Margaret Eccles, who's no longer with us, loved the sing-songs there at the day centre every week. Patricia, thank you for that. Difficult time of the year, I'm sure, missing your mum, who you clearly care so much about. But lovely to have memories of her time with Buncrana Community Hospital. Mary O'Donnell says, well done, Sinead, and all very enjoyable. Marjorie, looking good. Nurse Joan Brennan, happy Christmas, everyone, indeed. And Doreen says, Sinead Black, good woman. Well done, Sinead. Some crack there. Merry Christmas to them all. Fabulous, Sinead. Amazing thing to do to bring a bit of cheer at Christmas. Fabulous, Sinead, says another lady. And lots of you, by the way, too, enjoyed our tribute to the late, great Denny. And as I say, life is a way of throwing things up. By pure coincidence, we just happened to be scheduled to go to Buncrana Community Hospital today, and were able to speak to 2 people who spent so much time with Denny. Isn't it strange how life can work as well? And I don't think it's all by accident, as I said a little earlier on. Maybe it all just fits into a greater plan. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just getting lost in the Christmas spirit. I don't know. But sometimes those wee things happen and they do feel significant.
The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, offering low-rate car loans with fast approval. Apply online at letterkennycu.ie or in office today.
TFI Christmas That means thank Festive it's Christmas with Transport for Ireland. Because if you're heading out to go shopping, celebrating or seeing Santa himself, public transport is a great way to get there, with more services than ever before throughout the festive season. Remember, you can use your TFI Leap card for lower fares, and the TFI Live app lets you plan every journey. So thank Festive it's there, and think TFI for all your festive journeys this year. For Christmas service information, visit transportforireland.ie.
Millionaire Raffle from the National Lottery is back. There's 1 millionaire guaranteed and over €6.3 million in cash prizes to be won. The draw is on New Year's Eve and tickets are limited to 600,000. Have you got yours? The National Lottery. It could be you. Gift responsibly.
Stay warm for less with your local Homeland this winter. Homefire Fire Gold Smokeless Fuel, buy 10 bags, get one free. Cozy Home Fire Log, buy 3 for €5. Hardwood Logs, buy 2 bags for €12. All this and more. Shop in store or online at homeland.ie. Local and nationwide delivery available.
A message from Donegal County Council and the Donegal Road Safety Working Group. This Christmas and New Year, the key message to all motorists is never ever drink or drug drive, because the consequences for you and others can be life-changing. At best, you risk losing your licence. At worst, you could be responsible for someone's death or serious injury. Remember, if you drink or have taken drugs, never drive. Even one drink will affect your driving. Plan alternative ways to get home before you go out. Designate someone who has not been drinking or taken drugs. Arrange a taxi. Ask a family member or another driver to pick you up. Let's make our roads safer for everyone.
Want highly reliable broadband for a great price? Get the 3 5G home broadband for just €20 a month for 12 months. Setup is easy. Simply plug in and go. Visit your local 3 store in Buncrana. Subject to coverage. Terms and conditions apply. Customer speed may vary. Ask in store for details.
Highland Radio weather updates with McLaughlins. Find the perfect present for everyone on your list this festive season. Discover the joy of gifting and make Christmas magical with McLaughlins Ballybuffet. Visit us in store or online at mclaughlins.com.
Okay, let's have a look at that weather forecast and patchy rain and drizzle this evening. There's nothing about today, though. I don't know what's going on with the weather forecasts. I'll come back to that when I get one that's a little bit more up to date. Mary Friel, the cook in Buncrana Nursing Home. She's 42 years working in that centre. Can you believe it? She's there since the day opened. A big hello to you, Mary Friel. Fair play to you. Now, 2 ladies joining me on the programme now. Bernice Alcorn and we also have Judith McKinley. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Greg.
Great to have you on the show. Now, you are speaking to us. Both of you are from Dunfanaghy, and both of you have Parkinson's. I'll start with you, Bernice. What's your... when were you diagnosed with Parkinson's?
I was diagnosed in September 2020. I had my last test the day that the country went into lockdown with COVID, and I thought it would take ages to get the results, but thank God I got the results in September 2020, so in 4 years.
And can you describe that? Because for people who may not be in your position, they wouldn't necessarily understand how you described it. Thank God I got the diagnoses. Is that because it makes sense of how you're feeling and then you feel that you can sort of work towards having your best life?
Yes, because since I was diagnosed and started on the tablets, my tremor and I had very bad cramps at nighttime. And all that sort of disappeared, and different wee symptoms that I was having. Thank God to the using the tablets and things that they've all subsided, and it's really helped me a big time.
Brilliant too. And we're talking in the context of a swim, and we'll get to that. But you find for yourself, and everyone's individual, just like the symptoms, the No Barriers Foundation, who we've had on this show many, many times, and also yoga are beneficial to you and others.
Yes, they tell us that exercise is very, very good. To keep us going, to keep our mind active, and like swimming is one of the things that they tell us too. So it's good that the New Year swims coming into it, and walking and singing is very good to keep our muscles active, and our, sort of our swallow and everything. So they tell us singing and talking and all that's very, very good. Any kind of exercise is good.
Yep, Judith McKinley is beside you. Judith, you were just 48 in 2018 when you began spotting symptoms and then went on your journey before you eventually found out that it was Parkinson's.
That's right, yeah. Started with noticing a slight tremor on my left hand, but I also had a really sore shoulder, which I thought was a trapped nerve. So I was getting treatment for that and thought like the shoulder was starting to get better, but the tremor was still there a bit, but didn't really do anything about it. And I happened to go to my own doctor about something totally different, mentioned this tremor, and from that she referred me to Dr. Peter, which I didn't have a clue who Dr. Peter at that stage was or what he did. So having Parkinson's was not something I thought about until I went to see him that day.
Yeah, and what was your, was it, I mean, obviously they have to go through diagnoses and proper tests and all that type of stuff, but was there a certain level of confidence that it was Parkinson's you were suffering from at that point, Judith?
From the very first meeting with Will Peter, yes, Parkinson's was talked about. A lot of people are diagnosed clinically. So he did a lot of tests on me that day, and the very last test that he did, I couldn't do it. And it was simple.
Wow.
And I broke down and I was like, I know there's something not right.
But both you and Bernice, though, are leaning into this very much, are both very active, as we mentioned to Bernice a little earlier on, but your story is the same. You're doing an awful lot, aren't you, to ensure that you're living your best life, Judith?
I'm doing my best, yeah. I go to classes twice a week in Letterkenny. I go to the yoga with Scott and Hot Fox Studio, and then I go to No Barriers there beside us in Letterkenny. Both very good classes, tailored to suit our needs. And it's only people with Parkinson's that go to these classes. So like there's no judgment. We're all in the same boat. They're great classes to go to, and socially. I think it's very important too to meet up with people. Because
some of us can sort of retract a little bit into ourselves.
We do. I know of different people that don't want to know and don't want to go to classes. And honest, for me, I would be lost without the wee party community.
Well, do you know what? If we achieve nothing else today, hopefully we reach one or two people that maybe see the benefit of getting out there and joining with others. Because we wanted to speak to you because the Marble Hill New Year's Day swim is raising funds for Parkinson's Northwest. Doe Amateur Swimming Club have been doing the swim for 37 years. And there is a GoFundMe page for anyone who wishes to donate. We're gonna share that across our social media as well. Big question is though, Bernice, are you doing the swim? Are you doing the swim, Judith?
No, we had planned to do the swim, but the Doe Amateur group has said to us that there are going to be people coming to talk to us, and that we've a lot to do because we've Parkinson's, and people might want to come and talk about symptoms and things.
Well, that means you can be fully involved in it, be there, but not get wet. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect, ladies.
That's perfect. But no, so like I was going to do it, but I have a wee question to ask you now, Greg. Lee Gooch has said that he will do the swim if you do it.
That's a problem. You've painted me into a little bit of a corner here. Where is it in Dunfanaghy?
It's in Marble Hill as you come into Dunfanaghy.
Would I have to get my top out?
Huh?
Would I have to get me man boobs out? How would that work?
Yeah.
I'll give you a T-shirt.
We'll give you a T-shirt.
Right, okay. Well, listen, let me talk to Lee Gooch about it because it's only a nip across the road for me, I would say, on that day. Right, okay, leave it with me. I don't want to say commit to something. Oh my God, Lee Gooch has just walked in.
Is here because I was talking to him this
Well,
morning.
hold on
and
you
he
a second.
says he's fully
He's
into-
coming in. Look at this. Look at
Bernice,
this.
is it? You messaged me.
Good
The
on
hair's
you,
wet.
Lee. Good
I've been
on
down
you.
in the swimming pool. Well, I've been down Rathmullen Beach there.
Are
Practiced
you
a
going
few
to
laps.
do it, are you?
No, I said I know you would back down, so I says I would do it. Only do it if you would do it.
But if
know-
I did it, what would you do it?
Well, I suppose I'd have to. But you're not going to do it.
He's
not
gonna
going
do
to
it.
He doesn't like to get his hair wet. I do. Look, I'm nice, wet hair.
I don't know what to do then in that situation. Well, should we commit to it?
I'll even give you a pair of budgie smugglers each.
What did
to wear?
What size do they come in? And anyway, let's not. Bernice, you're taking me down a path I don't want to go. Budgie smugglers.
You're going to do it. There are people out there will
Budgie
pay
smuggler.
big money to see the two views coming to do
Bernice,
it.
could you explain to Lee Gooch what budgie smugglers are? He doesn't know. He's innocent.
I'll send you a picture.
I don't need no pictures, please.
Lee.
He wants the ones, that green ones that go up over the shoulder, you know, like Barat has. Do you have a set of them?
What about a
And
onesie?
Dr. Mulpeter said he will do it with you.
Right, okay. Well,
That's
listen.
3 button.
Are you going to do it?
If you do it,
All right, we'll do it then.
we'll do it.
Oh,
Good on yes.
Okay,
Good
we'll do
on
it.
yes.
Caroline, or could you do it?
But who's going to is anyone going to sponsor us? Who will?
Caroline will do it. She's nodding the head.
Michael McLaughlin sponsoring us €100 if we do it. So that's €100 in the bank already for Parkinson's.
Mighty.
Right, so we've 100
And
quid.
there's loads of other people will sponsor you too.
Right, okay. How do we work that then?
Don't know.
Why are you all wet?
I'm out of the gym. I'm in
Would
training
you
for
go
this.
away and stink?
Look at the guns on that.
You
look.
stink.
I'm just out of the shower, Mr.
Well, ladies,
Smarty
what a disaster that is. No, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Lee, fair play. So we're gonna do that then. So
Sure, we'll do it.
yeah.
We'll do it.
Okay, Bernice and Judith, me and Lee Gooch are gonna do it then on New Year's Day.
Thank you very much.
And if
You'll
anyone
bring
wants
us
to
good-
sponsor us, any businesses, any money we raise, Lee, would go straight to Parkinson's Northwest. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so
That's it. You can do it then.
Another
you'll do it
thing-
though.
I'll do it
Another
with
thing
you.
is Charlie Ward, who is elected, is going to do it.
Right.
Lovely. Maybe we could. Is there anybody else that wants to jump on the bandwagon now to do it?
Well, we'll throw it out there. Do
Yeah.
we get T-shirts made up and budgie smugglers?
Cover
with-
the 6-pack,
We
Daddy.
could
You're
get-
thinking
we
ahead.
could
I
get-
love it.
No,
I
we
love
could
it.
get budgie smugglers with 9 to noon written on the front. Well, you could just have the written on yours. I'll get the full title on mine.
All right, you get the budgie.
Can I ask Bernice and Judith a question here? How did we find a situation where you come on the radio to talk about a swim that you were allegedly going to take part in? Now, you two are standing on the beach giving advice to people, and me and this idiot are ended up going in swimming. How did he pull this one off?
Because we're going to hold your towels for you.
That sounds
They're
good.
ready,
Hot
waiting
chocolate.
for you to come out with a hot toddy waiting for you, and we're going to be there.
Right, okay, it's on then.
I'm in.
What
I'm
time
in.
did we say? 2 p.m. All right, it's afternoon. That's
Lovely.
okay. Yeah,
Great.
right,
Perfect.
Yeah, you have to be there now about 1.
Right, we'll have to keep it session
Very
on New Year's
busy.
Eve.
Yeah.
All right then. Right, ladies, we'll be there at 1 on New Year's Day. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
love
Thank
to
you.
see you. Well, fair play to you, rightly. Okay.
Greg, see, Bernice, she messaged Facebook. I don't think I know Bernice, but she Facebooked me, and I was kind of being a bit coy. I says, well, if Greg says yes, and then I kind of said it again, I'll only do it if Greg does it. And I was thinking you would back down.
Do we have to train? Like, do we need to go to a beach somewhere and start
We
training
could,
and
we
stuff?
could team up with Dennis Sheridan. He's dipping in every day.
Who?
But Dennis
Nah.
Sheridan, no, you're not doing it. But listen
He's
to me.
singing with his shirt off.
No, but it's this thing, right, that I always see on New Year's Day and thinking, God, I would love to do that, or I wouldn't have the doodads to do it. I wouldn't have the budgie to do it.
The kahunas.
Yeah.
you wouldn't have the budgie's eggs
to do it. I will now.
Right,
So,
okay.
should
so
we get
it's
socks
on.
for Christmas?
It's on.
Yeah.
Right, let's do it.
Right.
Socks. What are you going to do with
Picture
the
it all
socks?
together now, right? Good luck to you, right?
Right, okay, so come here. Michael McLaughlin is donating 100 quid to me
Thanks,
and you,
Michael.
right?
Fair play.
Fair play to you, Michael. If anyone else wants to sort of back us here at Highland, me and you then, right? And all the money, every single shilling of it, after my expenses, will go... No, I'm only joking. Every single shilling of it will then go to Parkinson's Northwest to help continue the fantastic work and services that our wonderful Bernice and Judith benefit from. So that's it.
Beautiful.
New Year's Day planned.
Great.
All
Lovely.
then.
Magic.
Hey, come here. Why did you just randomly turn in, yeah?
No, because I want to schedule my music now for Monday and have to talk to Linda about a day off. That's why I
didn't
came
need
in, and then
all
Donna
that
Marie
info.
popped upstairs.
All right.
Then. So
Listen,
that's fine.
enjoy your next couple of days.
I won't do. Come here, see you in a
You know
bit.
yourself. Okay.
The county's #1 talk show, The 9 till Noon Show on Highland Radio.
And Lee Gooch and Judith and Bernice, they're all on it today. Okay, it is the 9 till Noon Show. It is time for a news update at just 2 minutes past 11. And it's over to Donna Marie Doherty, who is... are you swimming on New Year's Day?
I can't swim.
Okay, you don't actually swim? But all right, I'm not going to drag you into
We'll make it a team thing.
All right, go ahead.
The first meeting of the 34th Dáil is underway this morning. The names of all 174 TDs elected last month have been read into Dáil record. Taoiseach Simon Harris has offered his resignation to President Michael D. Higgins in line with procedure. The Dáil will elect a Cion Corla, with independent Verona Murphy to be the favourite. Then there will also be nominations for the role of Taoiseach, none of which will be successful today. Detectives from the Police Service of Northern Ireland's Terrorism Investigation Unit have carried out a search in Strabane this morning as part of an ongoing investigation. A man aged in his 40s was being arrested under the Terrorism Act as a result. He's been taken to Musgrave Serious Crime Suite for questioning. Gardaí investigating the murder of Kiran Duran will meet today to discuss the ramifications for their investigation after the death of a suspect in the case. 36-year-old Anthony Maguire was found dead at his home in Drogheda yesterday. He was arrested and later released without charge this week. His home was also the subject of a major search operation. Kiran was reported missing in August, but Gardaí believe he was killed over 2 years ago. Over half of Irish doctors feel disillusioned and disengaged at work, according to new research. A survey by the Medical Protection Society also reveals 64% of doctors in the Irish healthcare system are frequently burnt out and exhausted, while 57% say they're not encouraged to discuss their mental health at work. And finally, a Russian intelligence agency says it's detained a suspect over the killing of a senior general in Moscow. Igor Kirillov and his assistant were killed by a bomb hidden in a scooter outside his apartment building yesterday. The man accused of the attack is described as Uzbek citizen recruited by Ukrainian intelligence services. That's all for now from Highland Radio News. Back with more at 12 noon.
Okay, Donna Marie, thank you very much indeed. We're going to be joined by Danny O'Carroll and Mickey Jo Harte, who are going to be dancing with the stars. Well, they're the stars that you're going to be watching on Dancing with the Stars. That and much more besides over the next hour. Stay where you are.
The 9 till Noon Show with Letterkenny Credit Union. Simplify your debts with a debt consolidation loan from Letterkenny Credit Union. Call us on 074 910 2126 or apply online via our app or in office today.
Now for the Christmas magic you've all been waiting for with Lidl. Just try and resist our crisp, juicy, Board B approved, fresh Irish whole turkeys from McCahey's Family Farm Monaghan. And the tastiest part, they're yours from only $8.99 in store from December 20th. Wishing you a magical Christmas with Lidl.
Introducing Flow for Men, my new fragrance collection of products created to keep you feeling fresh and looking sharp. The ideal gift for the man in your life. Find Flow in pharmacies nationwide or online at flowbybogue.com. Start every day with confidence.
You might think it's just a cold, but for adults over 60, it could be more. RSV, or respiratory syncytial virus, is highly contagious and can cause serious complications, like pneumonia or breathing problems. If you're over 60 and have other health conditions, your risk may be even higher. Stay informed. Protect your health by knowing the risks of RSV. Talk to your healthcare professional for information on RSV vaccination. This message is supported by Pfizer Healthcare Ireland.
Cockhill Celtic and Carndonna football clubs present their grand draw where someone will win €200,000 on New Year's Day. Tickets are €100 and the draw is limited to 8,000 tickets. To get a full list of prizes or purchase your ticket, go to www.200kfornewyearsday.com. Alternatively, contact a club member or call into a local shop.
OMG girl, you look unreal. Where's your dress from?
Oh, thank you. I actually borrowed it from my friend.
Stop. I love sharing clothes.
We swap all the time. No need to buy new.
Exactly. You look amazing.
Oh, thanks a mil. Enjoy your night.
You too.
Buy less, rewear, share, because that's what's trending right now. Find out more about circular fashion at reversethetrend.ie. Brought to you by the Government of Ireland.
Get ready for Christmas at Meehan's of Raffo with men's polo shirts, quarter zips, chinos and shirts all up to 5XL. Shirt and jumper sets available up to 4XL. A large selection of ladies' diesel fleeces with matching leggings to make the ideal Christmas gift at Meehan's of Raffo with Christmas gift vouchers available.
Boost your holiday lip game with the Be Perfect Lip Vault gift set, featuring the best-selling lip library liner in Charming, the Hero lipstick and the brand new unreleased hybrid lip mask. It's everything you need for the perfect pout. Get yours now at Healthwise pharmacies for only $22.95 and make your lips the star of the season. Healthwise, caring for your community.
It's not just that Sammy has had his world torn apart by the conflict. It's not just that he has lost everyone that he ever loved. And it's not just that Sammy is only 7 years old. Right now, children are being forced to live through unimaginable horrors in Gaza and around the world. And it's not just. This Christmas, your help could make all the difference. Visit trocra.org or call 1-800-408-408. Trocra. Together for a just world.
Right, I've just got stuck, landed in a thing for New Year's Day. I wonder, does it feel a little bit like that now? Training has started for our next two guests. Danny O'Carroll, actor and Mrs. Brown Boy star. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning from wet, windy Dublin.
Brilliant to have you with us. Mickey Joe Harte also joining the 8th series of Dancing with the Stars on RTE1 in January 2025. Mickey Joe, how are you getting on, my friend?
Yeah, so good. So far, so good. We're just, it's we're thick in rehearsals, and myself and Danny are actually in this morning here. We've separated into two studios just so not to confuse you too much, So it's not that we're not speaking to one another, but we've got very different, kind of things going on.
Yeah, I get you. But, and come here, how intense is the practice and training so far? Because no matter how fit you are. And you often see this when people start taking on white-collar boxing and all, and you see footballers struggling at that because it's different muscles and different parts of your body you're using. Mickey Joe, you first. How are you finding the rehearsals?
Very intensive, really. It's, they're good fun. It's kind of like a completely different mindset, and it's opening up parts of my brain that I didn't know existed, if that makes sense. It's a totally different chain of thing. From Danny will probably relate to this, from maybe learning lines, like we'll be learning songs, you'll be learning lines for roles you'll be doing and whatnot, and so it's a completely different part of your brain. It's a different function that you're using that I've never had to tap into before. So, but it's great. The buzz is great. There's these endorphins running around my body that I never had before, so it's a bit it's a bit weird, but yeah, great crack, great challenge, and it's highly challenging, and it's kind of sore in the body. Myself and Danny are stretching, and we're suffering a wee bit here and there, but it's just keeping the energy levels up, and the stamina is the hard thing. Cardio. Danny keeps himself very fit. I keep myself pretty fit as well, so but it's the cardio is okay. It's just the stamina and the body and the bones and the muscles that are,
Danny, this has been on your radar for a while, hasn't it? But because you're so busy and when you generally tour, it probably the stars haven't aligned until now. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, it worked out really well this year because we're touring Ireland, so we haven't toured Ireland in 15 years. So this is the first time we've done it in a long time. So it worked out that I could do the tour and commute and do the rehearsals for this. But the tour finishes this week, and now I'm just going to be concentrating completely on this now after Christmas. But as Mickey was saying, I knew it was going to be tough when you sign up. They give you a little rundown on how tough it's going to be, but this is beyond what I expected. It's full on. Like, the professional dancers are so precise in absolutely everything. Like, your toe movement is not working right, and you're going, what? Your frame. If I hear your frame one more bloody time, it's really, really hard. And then keep in your frame, do your steps, suck your stomach in, breathe, and now go. Slow down, speed up. You're like, oh my God.
You know what, Greg? That's just me telling him. Never mind the pro dancer. I'm at him all the time, but he's a good student, I have to say. He's very good.
All right, very good. And it's not just one dance, right? Because say this was a one-off event, right? For charity or something, you might learn a rumba or whatever it might be. The deeper you go into this competition, and we hope you go all the way, you have to show an awful lot of variation too as well. So it's not just one thing you're learning.
No, the voting doesn't start till the third show. So we'll definitely have to learn 3 dances, which is tough. This dance we're doing at the moment, I'm just finding it so tough because I never danced before. I don't know if Mickey looks like he's danced before. I've never ever danced before, so trying to figure out these little steps. They even have names. I couldn't even tell you what they're called. But it was the first day I came in. I was like, I thought I've bitten off more than I can chew here. I can't even get the first step. But by the end of the day, you come out feeling a bit confident because you can do 1 step.
Yeah.
More to that. The dancers, you have so much respect for them. They've got the patience of a saint. They don't get annoyed at you, and they should be, because I haven't done my dance right once yet. There's not once I've done the routine I haven't messed up. So, but it's getting better and better. You're starting to get more and more confident, but it's just get one go at it on the night, and you're going to have to just try and have a good go.
I think yesterday was, Danny, you probably understand, relates to this. Yesterday, up until now, up until yesterday, should have said we were in just one-on-ones with our dance pro, so it was fine. But yesterday they started to practice the opening sequences, which is with all of the pro dancers and all of the contestants and everybody in the room, and it was just the distractions to try and remember. And they were teaching us new steps for this opening sequence, and then all of the distractions of everyone else. It's the first time we were actually in a room with all of the distractions. So. And then on the night, there's going to be cameras and lights and all those kind of things. So I think that was a reality check yesterday.
But that's what I was going to say, Mickey Joe. I was going to ask you, because
Mickey, see, yesterday during the whole group dance, it was the first time we all got to see each other dancing.
Yeah, so absolutely.
We're all watching each other going.
Well, I made a point yesterday, and I said at least we're all at the same level. We're all terrible.
But, both of you are well used to performing in front of live audiences, and things could go wrong and you can have to adapt and all that kind of stuff. As I say, you have played collectively in front of hundreds of thousands of people, but this is different. Like, Danny, do you think you'll have issues with nerves on the first show, or can you draw on your live performance experience?
I can tell you now, I don't think you would be able to. This is completely out of my comfort zone. I'm like a duck out of water on this. I reckon the first night I'll be like a robot. I won't even remember. I'll be that much so nervous. I'll be crapping myself. I'll be honest. I will be absolutely crapping myself.
Good tight pair of trousers is what you want there, I think.
Good. I've been watching him. I've been sneaking and I'll watch when he's on his thing, and he's very good. He'll be fantastic. He really will. I know you will be, Danny. You'll be on the ball. But just in relation to that, the live audience thing, people are saying to me, "Oh, well, you're in music, so you can where music is and the counts and the bars and all those kind of things." But it's a totally different thing. It helps them maybe minuscule away, But when you have never danced before, it's like a completely different thing. So, but the live audience thing, I don't think will matter because we're used to performing to our own kind of audience.
Comfort zone, and as well as it too, lads. Sorry, go ahead, Danny.
I didn't say it to Mickey today. I was actually talking to Mickey's pro dancer this morning before Mickey came in, and my pro dancer said to me that you're the one that we'd have to watch out for.
The dark horse has already emerged.
Yeah. You give it you don't leave it behind. You just go for it.
Right. We've already got Black Beauty now, the dark horse in the house. We know early betting. I'm going to Paddy Power somewhere else. But lads, you're in a position as well too, right? Because sometimes I think when you're into these shows, you can sort of play off your inability a little bit. I don't think where you're sort of at in the public eye that you can do that. Like, you're gonna have to get through based on really good dancing, if that makes sense. I think it's gonna be that's the expectation the audience will have. I'm not familiar with all the cast, but there's always one or two that progresses because maybe there's an angle for them. But you guys, you're gonna have to do this on your dancing.
I think me and Mickey just don't want to be. There's always an Egypt in the show. We just don't want to be that person, and if we can just. We'll be very happy. We'll go home with a smile on our face.
I just spent 3.5 minutes trying to explain what I was trying to explain without using the word the Egypt on the show, and Danny's just straight in there, boy. That's exactly what I was saying.
No, absolutely. I don't want to embarrass the family or the town or the county. As long as I can go back, with the head kind of somewhat high, I'll be okay.
And Danny, who are you representing? You're representing yourself, but what county are you representing?
I'm Donegal, man.
Good
now.
man, I knew that. That's it. Right, lads. This started off with there was no competition, and now the knives are out, so we can pretend. We can get rid of the pretense. So we're gonna have a little quiz. Right, I'm going to ask Danny some questions on Mickey Joe. Mickey Joe some questions on Danny's career, right? Mickey Joe, yours is a complex one, right? Because you've got the Eurovision, but you've got so much else besides. But I'm going to focus on the Eurovision, and I'll give each of you a point for getting a question about the other right, and half a point if you get your own question right. So I'm going to start with questions for you, if that's all right. Mickey Joe Harte on Mrs. Brown's Boys. It's only 3 questions, multiple choice. What was the name of the new character introduced in the last season? A, Buster. You can rule that one out. Agnes, Winnie, or Dermot?
Oh, it must be Dermot, because I know Agnes and Winnie and Buster have been around for a good while.
That sounds like... Danny, you're shaking your head. Maybe it wasn't last season.
I think they've all been there from the start.
He got it right, so he's got a point. That's a point for him. I listen... Chat GTP's been helping me out here. Wait, hey, come here.
Bloody trick questions already. This time in the morning. What do you like in Thailand?
Wait till you use the Eurovision one.
We don't have the brain capacity.
I need to get you back
Our
dancing.
brains
I'm
are
trying to get through this. All right, what was the name of the episode where Agnes goes on a blind date, Mickey? Was it Agnes's Big Date, Love is in the Hair, The Dating Game, or Grandad's New Flame?
Agnes's Big Date.
Okay, we've got a fanboy in the house here. What was the name of the episode where Buster tries to become a social media influencer? Was it A, Buster's Big Break, B, the social media sensation, C, likes and shares, or D, fame and fortune?
Oh, the first one.
Oh, we've got... and what... do you know the answer to that, Danny?
I have a clue.
Yeah, okay. Which one? Guess one.
The second one.
Yes, you got that right. That's half a point. That should make it easier. All right, on to the Eurovision. I'll fly through these. In which city, Danny, did the 2003 Eurovision Song Contest take place? Was it in Riga, Latvia? No. Istanbul, Tallinn, Estonia, or Helsinki, Finland?
Istanbul.
Yes. Wow. Okay, you guys are great here. Which Eurovision...
No.
Yes.
2003.
That's what I said. He got it right anyway.
No, it was Latvia, Riga.
Right, okay. Latvia, Riga. Sorry, you got that wrong. Oh, are you joking?
I was there, I promise.
Right. Which country finished second then in the 2003 Eurovision Song Contest? Don't answer, Mickey Joe. Belgium, Netherlands, Russia, United Kingdom. Danny?
Russia.
Mickey? It was Russia.
Russia.
Yeah, it was Russia. Okay, brilliant. Last question. Which country achieved 0 points in the 2003 Eurovision Song Contest? Ireland, United Kingdom, Germany, or France? Danny?
I'll go UK. It has to be.
No.
Is it
I
not?
know that
Mickey Joe, don't tell me it wasn't the United Kingdom because
it was the United Kingdom.
Yes, exactly right. Okay. Bim bum
Who
bum.
won, Greg? Who won?
Lads, Mickey Joe Harte won. Mickey Joe Harte has won, right? So, Danny, right, you're gonna have to get your revenge on the show itself, lads. Thanks for being such great sports. I'm really looking forward to this show because I recognise Tui is on it, and I know there's going to be a bit of rivalry there, and I'm really, really excited for this one. I think they've got a great cast together this time, and big stars as well, which is great. Danny, best of luck. Do us proud. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks so much.
Take care of yourself. Mickey Joe, thanks as always for being a good sport, and enjoy the show.
My pleasure. Thanks, Greg.
Bye-bye. Take care of yourselves. Danny O'Carroll, Mickey Joe Harte. I actually really don't know who won that. But anyway, look, it's a bit of crack. Good on you, Bernice. She worked that well. Yeah, indeed, she did. I will sponsor the 2 boys for €50 each, but don't want to be named. Where do I pay the money to? Well, we'll sort that out here. Wow, that's... Isabel in the hospice will sponsor Greg €100 and Lee €100. So we're at 1, 2... 3, 4, 5 between us. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 400 between us so far. So we've got Michael McCaffrey's 100. We've got €100 each from Isabel, so that's 3. We've got 50 quid. I'm not sure if it's each or for one. We'll just say for one, 50 quid for both of us. So we're at 350 then. Josie, I don't want to put you out. I'm going to take it that it's 50. Fair play. Right, okay. So that's all right. Out of nothing. 350 quid for Parkinson's Northwest. How exciting. All right, if you want to, and I'm not going to keep at this because it's kind of been thrust on me, but if you want to sponsor us and we'll get that money to Parkinson's Northwest, wow, that'll be brilliant. Lorna says, well done, Judith McKinley and Bernice, raising awareness about Parkinson's and also getting Lee and Greg roped into the New Year's Day swim in Marble Hill, Dunfanaghy, where the proceeds are going to the Donegal branch for Parkinson's. Great cause and best of luck on the day. Thanks, Lorna. Really appreciate that. Wow. Okay, what a day it's been so far. Everything's happening.
The county's #1 talk show, The 9 till Noon Show on Highland Radio. The 9 till Noon Show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union. Digital loans now available. Apply online or via our app today and get your loan transferred directly to your current account.
A public interest message from Donegal County Council. This Christmas, make it special. Shop local. Support #BuyDonegal. Discover an incredible range of Donegal brands, products and services right here in the heart of our county. Whether you're hunting for the perfect gift for loved ones or a local business ready to reach a wider audience, #BuyDonegal is the answer. Visit buydonegal.ie to find exclusive offers and unique gifts from Donegal businesses, or find out how your business can benefit from this advertising opportunity. Let's celebrate and showcase Donegal on a global stage. #BuyDonegal is an initiative of Donegal County Council, proudly supporting our local economy.
Make Christmas for everyone at Dunn Stores with the festive savings on a great selection of large tubes of Pringles, now half price. And fill the fridge with a great range of soft drink 18 can packs like Coke Zero and 7up, just €10 each. Plus, you can save again at the till with a 10 off 50 grocery voucher. However you do your Christmas shop, make Christmas for everyone with Dunn Stores. Terms and conditions apply. Voucher can be used in next grocery shop of €50 or more. Prices subject to deposit return scheme fees.
Imagine a wedding venue that can be hired exclusively for you and your guests. Picture stunning views overlooking one of Donegal's most scenic beaches, an authentic country manor as your accommodation, incredible glass-fronted marquee views all day, and a team of experts who want to help you plan every step of the way. Sounds too good to be true? Not at Drumhalla House in Rathmullen. It really has to be seen to be believed. Visit drumhallahouse.ie or check out Drumhalla House on Instagram for more details.
Ready to transform your smile? Discover the magic of Blue Poppy Dental in Letterkenny and Donegal Town. With implantologists, surgical and cosmetic dentists, orthodontists and an endodontist all under one roof, we've got all your dental needs covered. Starting your journey is easy. Call us on 074 91 20355 or book your appointment online anytime through our user-friendly patient portal at bluepoppydental.com. Blue Poppy Dental and Orthodontics, where smiles shine brighter.
Shekelatha ama Highland Radio. Arna Dortugat ag Airgrid. Uproar agus Forbor an go letrahas na Héireann. Airgrid. Pobl a guachtu, era a guachtu.
Okay, the time now is 24 minutes past 11.
Business Matters on Highland Radio is brought to you by Local Enterprise Office Donegal. If you have an idea to start or grow your business within Donegal, contact the Local Enterprise Office to find out more about the supports available for businesses. See localenterprise.ie/Donegal.
Okie doke, right. The Business Matters podcast is released for you on a Wednesday and it will be live really shortly on our website. And to tell us what's coming up in it is our very own Chris Sashmore. Hi, Chris.
Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Yeah. Right, lot going on. Heads all over the place, but I'm in the zone now. I'm in the zone. Yes. Right, okay. We are going to run through a little bit of news now. And an acquisition by Garton Technologies. This is a Donegal-based company?
Yes, you may have heard this on the news yesterday. Garton Technologies. Now, what they do is they specialise in what's called time management solutions for the emergency services. So computer-related software and things that. Now, very successful company, going since 2001, and they have been acquired by a Belfast company, Belfast-based, called Total Mobile. Now, good news for Donegal and all involved in the company. The company is actually hiring at the moment, and Donegal will be the hub for essentially what's the sort of the fire department section of this company, Total Mobile, and it means it's going to continue to grow. So great to see that. And Malachy Eastwood, who's CEO of Garton Technologies, very upbeat about this and the further expansion. So exciting times there.
Brilliant stuff. Irish for Business?
Now, the Local Enterprise Office has announced details of a course aimed at people who want to develop their own Irish language skills, and also to see, how you can apply Irish to your particular brand and business. Now, this course is going to start in January, so plenty of advance notice. It'll run, I think it's for 6 weeks, from January to March. It's on a Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, so before you start your day job at 9 for a lot of people, at the local enterprise office in Letterkenny. And there's going to be people there who'll help you look at whatever is relevant to your business sector, be it conversational Irish. You can talk about your business, the services that you provide. And based upon research, you can learn about, they'll show you how the advantages that you can apply to your business. And it's nice to get that couple of focal going in the door.
For sure. And just yesterday we had students up from Loretto, Letterkenny, transition year students, wonderfully talented young women, and they sang for us as well. But they're working on an initiative to try and get people to use a couple of focal, and if that's what young people are doing, they're the future, right? They're the ones that are coming through that might warm to the presence of Irish in a business or used in a business. And it's always good to talk about stuff that's a benefit to your business. And that, I think that we're getting that way sort of with the alternative energy and green energy stuff, in that it shouldn't be a hardship. It's about what it can do for you and how it works for you. Right. Donegal Dublin Business Network Awards, a big network there too.
Yeah, big network, and many of our listeners may well know Donna Kelly, who's the CEO of the Circuit Group in Ireland and the UK. He was named as their inaugural Business Person of the Year for 2024, and a big gala ball there for him, involved in a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that goes into bringing broadband and fibre into premises all through the UK and Ireland. Hugely successful company, and Donna Kelly, well known on the rallying front, has had a very successful career on that front, loves his rallying, and a very popular winner indeed.
Two guests on the show this week. And first, and we referenced this, I believe, last week, Donegal's first woman club professional golfer.
Yes, and this is an interesting story. Gemma McLaughlin, or Hegarty as she may have, some people would have known her before she got married, attached to
everyone knew her as that before she got married, Chris.
Greencastle
Golf.
Maiden name. Yes, indeed. Greencastle Golf Club. Now, she went to the St Andrews University in Scotland, well known, of course, for golf. Had a great golf career representing Ireland, Ulster, involved in numerous teams. Very, very passionate about her golf. Got married, settled down, worked in a couple of businesses. She was self-employed at one stage, and then she decided to go on a PGA, that's the Professional Golfers Association, a course at the University of Birmingham, a 3-year course online, and quite a little bit of investment on her part to take part in that. And it was all towards gearing her to become a professional golfer, back with her Greencastle club now, where she's the club pro. She's actually just opened a shop as well. Lots happening, really positive about the whole golfing scene. And of course, Greg, as we know in this part of the world, golf is big business. It brings in a lot of money to areas. The more people you have playing golf, the more are employed in your local golf club. There's a spin-off with bars, restaurants, hotels, catering. So Gemma has certainly developed things and has big plans as well. And during the summer, fortunate, and as we'll hear in this clip, the club got a big boost because one of the most popular people on YouTube for promoting golf courses came over and had a little video which has gone viral on YouTube.
But I was very, very lucky during the summer to get a really important phone call from My Golf Travel, who wanted to see if I would like to show Rick Shields, who is the main golf YouTuber in the world, to if I wanted to meet him and greet him at Greencastle. So I got the phone call on the Friday, and they said that he would like to come and play on the Thursday. And we just had an amazing day. But he absolutely loved it. And I have a wee inclination that he might come back. He made a couple of wee comments that he would love to come back. So Now, we were very unfortunate with the actual day that we got, but we've close to 300,000 likes or 300,000 views on YouTube of the video that he made. So it's
Remarkable.
huge for us.
Yeah, it is huge. And just like through her own personal life and career, never want to stand still, in the same, I suppose, for Greencastle GC.
Absolutely, and by having this shop opening now, good time of year to open a shop. She's a lot of plans for the future, and she's been involved in this initiative through Golf Ireland to get more women to play golf. She wants more youngsters involved, and it ticks so many boxes. There's a great social side to it as well, and I think we have another clip here, and she tells us about what she's hoping for in 2025.
Just to continue to offer the range of programs that I have for, I'd love to get more juniors into the game, more ladies into the game. The captain had actually mentioned doing like a get into golf for men, so that would be a really good thing to try as well. I'd like to bring the fitness for golf thing forward. My dream would be to open up a golf simulator studio indoors, so I'll continue to work on in the background for that. But just to continue to work on behalf of the club and welcome and greet people that are coming, and to try and market the club with all the tour operators, visitors, or anyone that wishes to come through the doors of Greencastle. And I think there is a very warm welcome extended to all.
Yeah, and it's that kind of a warm welcome and that kind of an attitude that will bring people into the game, because, there is still sometimes, I think, a little bit of a stigma that a club is a club and it's a closed club and it's hard to get into and all. But Gemma quite clearly there wanted to be as inclusive as possible between young people, get more women playing. She seems the right lady for the right job there.
Absolutely. And, golf, she's made a career out of it. This is her job. And she's even touched on during the interview about they had people off one of the cruise liners came and played a round of golf there as well. And, there's so much potential out there, and a great person for Greencastle to have. And, of course, she's still playing herself, and we'll hear more about her, no doubt, in the year ahead.
Yeah, indeed. And more about the club too, because that's
Absolutely,
what it's all about. It's a bumper show. You have another guest on with you from ISME.
Yeah, now Neil McDonnell is the Chief Executive of ISME, the Irish Small and Medium Enterprisers Association, which has members here in Donegal throughout the country. Basically, they've put together a list of things that they're concerned about, which they're bringing to the political parties ahead of the formation of the new government. And they want legal reform, and they also want, as the population grows, we all know there's going to be more a greater need for more state services, but just greater efficiencies there. And significantly, they want a stronger alignment between the government departments, namely the Department of Enterprise and Department of Finance, to support homegrown businesses. There's been a huge emphasis on foreign direct investment, which has been very successful. But, there's a little bit of nervousness long term about the corporation tax, the receipts there, possible trade tariffs with Trump. And a lot of our small businesses have been very successful, and they really feel, if we can direct more resources into them, not putting as many eggs into the bigger baskets, there can be benefits there. So he's some interesting things to say.
But you have to create a working environment where they're sustainable and are fostered. Okay, that's interesting. Neil McDonnell is Chief Executive of ISME. He's one of Chris's guests. We also heard there from Gemma McLenahan, a full interview with her as well. It's all on the Business Matters podcast, which will be live shortly on the website in the usual places that you find it. It'll join an extensive back catalogue of hundreds of episodes at this stage. Great for the general listening public, but also people in business, because there's a lot of, I think, within it, you get a lot of tips on how people become successful and what drives them and the mistakes they've made and what works for them too, which I know a lot of people draw inspiration in the business world from that as well. And Chris, it's coming up on Sunday as well.
That's right, Greg. Normal time, just after the 6 o'clock news on Sunday.
Now, I'll not be here because I'll be tucking into a turkey, or at least starting to burn it at this point, this day next Wednesday. So there's no Business Matters next week, surely, is there?
Well, there will be one on the Sunday, but you and me will not be giving the little preview.
We can go around the house and have a glass of wine, maybe, and talk about it, but we're not broadcasting it.
Well, we could probably ring you and do
Although
something
I'll probably
live.
be in
could we?
training
Yeah.
for my big swim on New Year's
Oh
Day.
yes, of course. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
For the Donegal branch for Parkinson's. So,
Good
you know what
stuff.
I mean?
Great.
We're already banging in the hundreds. 350 we've got so far. Anyone wants to donate? Drop it up to us here at Highland Radio. I'll make sure it goes into Bernice's hand. And goes towards that great charity. Go ahead, yes.
Yeah,
Chris.
and just to thank everybody who's taken part on the programme during the past year, to wish them all a happy Christmas. Yeah,
if you gathered them up.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Fill a cinema. There's a lot of people. And fair play to you, Chris, for all the work during the year. I'll speak to you sort of off air, of course, but in a formal on-air way, happy Christmas to you, Chris, and all of your family. And look forward to chatting again throughout 25. Chris Ashmore there.
Watch the show live now on YouTube, Facebook and at highlandradio.com. The 9 till noon show is brought to you by Letterkenny Credit Union, with monster loans available up to €60,000 for all occasions. Visit letterkennycu.ie.
Keep the magic topped up with Lidl, with up to an incredible 25% off a vast selection of wines. So whoever pops round, you've something to pop open. And treat guests to our decadent deluxe smoked salmon range, 2 packs for €7. Wishing you a magical Christmas with Lidl. Get the facts, be drinkware, visit drinkware.ie.
Win one of 5 Golden Nugget prizes with your Homeland Rewards card. Simply scan your Homeland Rewards card when purchasing Homefire Supertherm Smokeless Fuel in your local Homeland store or online at homeland.ie. With over €5,000 in prizes and 1 winner chosen monthly, with 2 in December. For full terms and conditions, see homeland.ie.
Spoil someone with a beautiful fragrance this Christmas from McGee's Chemist Letterkenny. Choose by designer, budget or celebrity. Top names like Clarins, Burberry, Gucci and Dolce & Gabbana. Also great prices on Calvin Klein, Flower Bomb and so many more. The best fragrant gift sets available this year can also be found in McGee's Chemist, Main Street, Letterkenny and online at mcgees.ie. McGee's, where the best costs less.
Bridgend Bureau de Change is now open at Rafferty Circle K Station, Bridgend. For all your euros, sterling and dollars, contact Bridgend Bureau de Change at Circle K Bridgend. Planning cross-border shopping this Christmas? Call into Circle K Bridgend Bureau de Change for all your currency needs. Authorised and regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
McCullough Jewellers in Letterkenny are synonymous with fine jewellery, quality watches and giftware. With stores at Main Street, Letterkenny and the Letterkenny Shopping Centre or online at ormccullough.com. You can choose from their quality product range in a relaxed atmosphere, and their sales staff will be happy to help you make the right choice whatever the occasion. McCullough Jewellers, making moments magical for generations.
This Christmas, surprise your loved ones with fashion from Evolve Clothing Letterkenny Retail Park. Shop brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Adidas, Carhartt, Levi's and Farah. Open 7 days. The Evolve gift card, your perfect Christmas present.
Right, okay. A little bit overwhelmed, to be honest with you, because Paul McBurty Plumbing is giving us €100 towards our new New Year's Day swim. So I think we're at 450. It was just a casual thing, didn't know anything about it, and now we're at 450, which is unbelievable, isn't it? And that's going to the Donegal branch of Parkinson's, the association there. Thanks, Paul. Well done to you. Really do appreciate it. Isabel, an anonymous donor amongst those that have brought us up to that total. Really, really nice. Quite moving, actually, in fact. Hi, Greg. I wish you would give a wee mention to the last Golden Grill reunion disco. It's taking place in the Station House Hotel. It's on the 28th of December. Tickets, I'm told, are selling fast, but you can purchase them at the hotel reception or Heel to Toe Shoe Repair shop, Main Street, Letterkenny. A night not to be missed, I'm told. At Bank of Ireland in Ballybofey, a man at the crossing tried to walk across the road. I stopped, but everyone on the other side driving away at 50 kilometres and would not stop. I know, but there's good signage there now. Drivers just really need to be careful. I want to say a massive thank you to a member of staff from Cosgroves in the Mountaintop. They phoned John from Illustrin Tyres to come fix a flat tyre for me. Thank you for all your help and wishing you a very happy Christmas from Nora. Nora, they get a Highland high five. Well done. Happy to pass that on. Well done, people. Let me see. Thank you so much, Greg. So looking forward to the repeat of Denny's tribute. May he rest in peace, indeed. And we have a piece of music there from Denny. It'd be nice to hear the man himself, wouldn't it? I might play out with that if that's okay with Caroline. Do we have the times? We might play it later in the day then. So we had a wonderful first hour tribute to Mr. McLaughlin, who very sadly has passed away. Right, okay, we're getting down to the business end of our mega car draw now. On Tuesday, we're giving away a car worth over €30,000. And today we've another €1,000 to give away on John's show around the Northwest. And I think Oisin Kelly's been roped in to tackle the Trombola. By the way, tickets are still available. There are still 4 great prizes up for grabs. We've got €1,000 today, €1,000 tomorrow, and €1,000 on Friday, and then the car itself on Tuesday. And the bottom line is, and this is a fact, the winning ticket for that car may not yet be in that Trombola. It could be the ticket that you buy today. So if you want to be in all 4 draws, get your tickets very, very soon, if you don't mind, because John Bresson's going to be doing that draw at 12:45. So what time is the cutoff for tickets? Caroline, what time's the cutoff for buying a ticket? What time is the cutoff? We don't know. 12, half 12, I don't know. 12:15. 12, okay. So you've probably about 20 minutes to get a ticket for all 4 draws to make sure it's in the Trombola. If you want, go on our website, click Win a Car and buy your tickets there. Or you can give us a call here at the radio station, 07491 25,000. We'll take your details and make sure your ticket is in that Trombola. And as I say, there's every chance it could be pulled out today. When I say every chance, it's an equal chance. All right, the draw is at 2:15 p.m, right? It's been moved. Okay. We may take that piece of paper and throw it in the bin then, so because I've been misled. It is at later on the John's show, so we'll keep the lines open for a wee while yet. But anyway, go on the website or give us a call on 07491 25,000 and we'll get you your ticket to be in all 4 draws. It's €15 a ticket, so please only buy your tickets if you can afford to and have a bit of fun with it. We don't want anyone stretching themselves financially, but many of you out there can have a bit of fun with it. Or you can get 5 for 50 if you want to group up with family members, or just buy them yourself and keep them to yourself, or spread the love. It's up to you. We're giving away a car next Tuesday. I know that for a fact. And of course, 1,000 today, 1,000 Thursday, and 1,000 on Friday. 07491 25,000. And I guarantee you, your ticket and your name will be in the Trombola.
The 9 till noon show with Letterkenny Credit Union, now offering mortgages from €40,000 to €600,000 with no hidden fees or transaction charges. Letterkenny Credit Union, 9102127.
It's a huge night of Christmas dancing this Friday night, the 20th of December, at the Clanry Hotel in Letterkenny. On stage will be Jerry Guthrie and his band with special guests Barry Kerwin and Elaine Boyle. Doors open at 9 p.m.
At Hidden Hearing right now, get up to €2,000 off state-of-the-art hearing aids, even if you don't qualify for PRSI. Visit hiddenhearing.ie today. T's and C's apply.
It's Ireland's greatest live show. The Three Amigos, Jimmy Buckley, Robert Mizell and Patrick Feeney are back on tour. Get ready for a truly amazing experience full of laughter, music and song. See the Three Amigos live Tuesday, January 21st, Clanry Hotel, Letterkenny. Tickets priced $39.50, now available at hotel reception and ticketmaster.ie, where booking fees may apply.
Happy Christmas from the Three Amigos!
This year, enjoy a truly magnificent Christmas dinner with Aldi's amazing quality specially selected range. Specially selected standouts include our ultimate bronze butter-basted turkey parcel, dressed in maple smoked streaky bacon, in store from December 20th. And our crackling Silverside ham with sea salt, both 100% Irish and Bord Bia quality assured. That's excellence well worth celebrating. Aldi, have a cracking Christmas while stocks last.
Shut up about your friend and what she got. Why would I waste my hard-earned money on a woman like you? You'll get exactly what you deserve for Christmas. Exactly. That's what abusers tell us. To silence us. It's all lies. You deserve to be safe. And when you ask for help, you will be heard.
If you're living with domestic or sexual violence, support is always here. Visit alwayshere.ie or call an Gorda Síochána.
A message from Cuan,
the Domestic, Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Agency.
Don't miss the best late-night Christmas entertainment at Paul's Venue, Letterkenny. This Saturday, 21st of December, it's the legendary Whistling Donkeys. Since Stephen's Night, don't miss the Paul Kelly Band. And ring in the new year on New Year's Eve with Kick the Cat. Pay at the door each night and enjoy the season's biggest lineup at Paul's Venue, Letterkenny.
Highland Radio weather updates with McLaughlins. Find the perfect present for everyone on your list this festive season. Discover the joy of gifting and make Christmas magical with McLaughlins Bally Buffet. Visit us in-store or online at mclhennies.com.
So, rather cloudy this morning with outbreaks of light rain, slowly clearing with some sunny spells developing later. More cloud will build, however, this afternoon with a few light showers following in from the west. A little breezy at times too. Temperatures 7 to 9 degrees. Now tonight we're going to have a mix of scattered cloud and a few light showers and a northwesterly breeze. Chilly too, lowest temperatures of 1 to 4 degrees. And tomorrow, just to give you an outlook, sunny spells and scattered cloud from early in the morning with just a few showers. The showers will gradually die out in the afternoon with longer spells of sunshine developing in a northwesterly breeze. Temperatures tomorrow, they say highest temperatures, but I suppose they are highest temperatures. Statistically, that's true. 7 to 11 degrees. Thank you so much, by the way, for all your kind words. We had a wonderful visit today, and we discovered some amazing talent too at Buncrana Community Hospital in McGinn Avenue in Buncrana. It was great to chat to those living there and the staff, and it was great fun, and it was great to have Sinead in cracking form as well, singing a couple of wonderful songs as well. And unfortunately, we just have one more of those to go. It's tomorrow, but it's in a brilliant place as well. It's the Archview Lodge Nursing Home, Drummond, Letterkenny. And we are going to be on air from 10:15 from there as well. So we're very much looking forward to that. So we had a great time at Nazareth House in Fawn. Then we went to Buncrana Community Hospital, and tomorrow it's rounding up our trips around these residential settings and saying hello to our listeners there. We're at the Archview Lodge Nursing Home. The whole team will be down there for that. Just one slight correction. Everything I said was spot on, except I've lost the runner myself. We're going to give away the car on Monday, not Tuesday. So we've shows next Monday and next Tuesday, of course, and they're going to be fun and full of joy. I hope you'll tune in and enjoy them as well. And on Monday, we are giving away that car on this show, I believe. But we've got a grand giveaway after 2 today with John, a grand tomorrow, a grand Friday. I presume it's Drive Time Thursday and Ivan on Friday. And then the big car next Monday. And it brings to the end a fantastic competition. But there are still 4 great chances for you to enter, as I mentioned. Give us a call here, 07491 25,000. We'll get your tickets in the draw drum for the last 4 draws. Or check out the website, highlandradio.com. And I just want to give a quick mention too, if you don't mind, for those of you who love your country music, and you'd love to go on a Highland trip. And we went to Salou earlier this year, but overseas travel's not for everyone. So you'd love that experience and the same buzz, but you'd like it to be closer to home. Well, we've got you covered, and it's not a million miles away as well. So it would make a great Christmas present. It is our Cavan Country Getaway. It runs from the 3rd to the 6th of February. You heard Sinead Black earlier on. She'll be on the show. Jerry Guthrie will be there. Matt Levy, Olivia Douglas, Jack Keogh, David James, our own David James is there, of course, Michael English and Robert Mazzell. It's going to be a stunning show in the stunning surrounds of the Sleeve Russell Hotel. We've got you covered with luxury transfers, dinner each evening, bed and breakfast, all your musical entertainment, and it's $489 per person sharing. So if you fancy having something to look forward to in February, we have got you covered. Give us a call here or go on our website. We'll give you more details in relation to that. Maybe you want to figure out how you pay and all that kind of stuff. People always cry about seeing stuff early in the shops, but I think more and more we're trying to get more organised for Christmas, you know. And I do note in the papers today that the Christmas spirit hit Ireland early this year as sales of festive treats such as mince pies and chocks boomed in November. Now, I would be of the school of thought that I don't believe mince pies are an actual treat. I think they're horrendous. But anyway, and do we have Christmas cake anymore? My childhood memories was of mum cooking a cake ages in advance of Christmas. I never really liked that either. But I just don't hear of Christmas cake much. I wonder, are we still having Christmas cake on Christmas Day? But anyway, some 15% of households bought mince pies and over 36% bagged festive chocolates last month, market research has found. And this is despite the price of mince pies going up over 10% on last year. Shoppers also spent 4.4 million more on crackers and biscuits in November than in October. 4.5 million more on crackers and biscuits. This according to the study of 5,000 households. Kantar's business development director, Emer Healy, commented, "There are clear signs Irish shoppers are stocking up early, especially when it comes to festive favourites." Interesting, the supermarket share here in Ireland. Dunnes 24.9%, Tesco 23.9%, SuperValu 19.9%, Lidl 13%, Aldi 11.2%, others including Centra, Londis, etc. 7.5%. So that's where you're shopping. I have a question I'm hoping you could help me with, please. My family and I were in Letterkenny last Friday evening. We came off the Penny's roundabout heading up towards the main street, which is a one-way system, when a young woman on an electric scooter came flying down the road towards us on the main road. It was also around 5:30 p.m, so it was getting dark. My question is, who do I report this to in Letterkenny? It was very frightening. That comes in from a listener. Well, if you wanted to elevate it to such, it is a Garda matter. What can be done after the fact? Probably nothing. Maybe getting in contact with us and getting us to read that out. Maybe that will have some sort of a positive impact in changing people's behaviours. I'm not really quite sure. But a shocking experience, and that's why anything on the road is safe if it's used correctly, but if it's not, it creates problems there. Greg Denny, rest in peace, used to go to all the schools teaching Irish dancing. The fiddle and tin whistle. Indeed, and we heard from our guests before 10 there that he was a bit of an innovator in that regard. And we've made time, we've moved a few things around. We are actually going to finish with a piece of music from Denny McLaughlin himself. We had 3 fantastic guests in between 9 and 10 playing his music, but why not play out with a bit of music himself, from himself, because it's very, very clear that he had such a positive impact on so many people, life-changing impact, which I thought was very touching when I was listening to our guests talking of, going in to do a bit of dancing, remembering the songs. Then he said, you seem to have an ear for music, come to my musical classes, and then creating an amazing talent in an individual that they've been able to use and travel around the world with. I think it's fantastic. Right, okay, that is where we're going to leave it for today. Come back tomorrow for more festive fun. We'll also cover all the big issues of the day as needs must. And we're also coming live, as I mentioned, from Archview Lodge Nursing Home, Drummond, Letterkenny. Who's going to be there? Only Sinead, Joe and the team. Again, as well, I want to just give a final brief thanks to those of you. We're heading towards €500 for Parkinson's, the Parkinson's Association, which is remarkable. Me and Lou Gooch, and I'm already having people. Ashleen's sister Roisin's committed to going on that swim on New Year's Day. I'm roping people in left, right and centre, though at her age, the shock of the cold water, you don't know what impact it might have. But anyway, I presume there'll be emergency services on scene. Right, that's where I'm going to leave it. We're going to play out with the late and the great Denny McLaughlin. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Stay safe and stay tuned, because John Breslin's coming up around the Northwest next.